Check this out. Check this out.
I guess I can throw the Banter's Lounge up, huh?
Probably, yeah.
Bang. All right.
Oh, there it is.
What's going on, y'all? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Hopefully you guys can hear Shrim. Hello.
What's up, guys?
Hopefully you can hear Spin. What's going on?
Little microphone check. 1 2
1 2.
Little microphone check. 1 2
Ayo,
1
what's
2.
going on, y'all?
What's up, y'all?
Hey.
Welcome to the Banter's Lounge, episode numero dos. What's going on? Who we got? Man, we got a lot of people.
Man, we got
Holy
everybody.
crud. Okay, hold up. Where are we going? What up, Serenity, Gary, T Snipey, Fox, DJ Spinsations in the chat as well. Zach, Ataka, Fox, KC, Teddy, Rubba, Epic, Squash. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? Today we got some good stuff. Spin, you want to fill him in on some of the things we're going to be going over today, maybe?
Well, for the most part, I think we're going to be
Oh well, for the most part, I think we're gonna be talking about some COD Mobile today for our main topic. But we're gonna always start it off with the things that happened over the weekend and then yesterday, and then all the conversations that we've been having about the NCL tournament, and and then we'll have some of the regular banters challenge going on, and we'll chat it up and have some good old fun.
Okay.
And
Spin's
has an
audio is
echo.
tripping. Hold on one second.
Spins.
I know how to
audio
slightly
wild.
fix it. So sometimes what will happen is it'll catch on the microphone.
Oh, where's
All right.
Spin's audio coming out? Because we can just move the microphone a little bit further away.
That's a great question.
I feel like it
I
comes
think from that side. All right, perfect. All right, Spin, say something again just to check.
All right. Sensation in the house.
All right. Sensation in the house.
Sounds fantastic
Am I
to
echoing
me.
now, y'all?
Sounds, yeah, I
Not
think it
too
sounds
loud,
great.
though.
I think it is from here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my voice sounds.
I mean, I could hit. I know my voice
like
sounds
butter.
awesome
Butter, yeah,
Yeah.
butter,
myself,
man, butter.
but,
Friggin' beautiful.
I can sit here and listen to myself all day.
I could hear
I'm pretty
myself
sure
all
Lotus
day.
could do the same. 'Cause,
I do
he
hear
just
him
likes
all
to talk.
day.
Yeah, he does. He has to deal with me every single day. Like, he literally goes to work and then he joins us on streams just to hear my voice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he's he's just in love with it, and I get it. Like, he's heard me sing, and it's just glorious. And he hears me speak sometimes English, and he just loves it.
I'm 21 and you can already see the bags forming under my eyes from hanging out with this guy every day.
Yeah,
It's exhausting.
Still some echo.
All
All right,
It's
let's
still
see.
echoing, really.
It's weird because it hasn't changed much. Let's see. If I go like, no, I can't do that. Okay, we're gonna try to speak as loud as I'm gonna try and speak as loud as possible.
If you need me to be loud, I can be loud.
Yeah.
That is
I think we'll be all right. But Spin's audio is janky. Why though? That's so weird. Maybe I have something else.
All right, let me try it now. Did you turn something down over there? Let's see. Check 1 2. Check microphone. Am I still echoing? Do I sound like I'm in a cave?
Oh my god.
This guy.
That was
This
fake. Not
guy,
that part.
man.
Not that part.
This guy.
I have to find a way to get like headphones maybe. Anyways, hopefully it's a little bit better. But I think we'll probably start to get into some of the stuff. So let's see, which one is it?
What are we
Should be
rocking?
This one.
See what you got. There we
Boom,
are.
there it is.
There
Okay.
we are.
Except why is it?
I was
my-
about to say
my-
you're not full screen.
Epic. My side is just like it was last week. I mute Twitch. Only thing I have on is
I'm gonna try something. Spin. Why is it showing the whole thing?
sounds low.
Hold on. Technical difficulties. One moment, please. Let's go. I
Oh.
know this guy.
Spins disappeared.
Spin's gone for a second. Let's see if I can find him again. There he is. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that. All right, it don't matter.
Look
It
at that
doesn't.
beautiful man.
It doesn't really matter
Here I
truly. I'll try and
am,
fix it as we go. But
once again.
why don't you go ahead and take it away while I mess with this?
Zach, I know. Fantastic start. Fantastic start.
Staying hot.
But no, so we're popping over, doing a little recap on this past week. I think all three of us are not overly ecstatic with how this first week went. It was a little rough.
Wait, what are you
No,
talking
yeah,
about? My
you are
name's
up
on the
there.
scoreboard,
Your team
dude.
is
You never hardly ever
not
see
up
that.
there, but you are on there. But yeah, we got, unfortunately, as Epic is kindly pointing out for the 15th time since this stream started, that the Aces are on top. Ace is kind of running away with it, but can you really run away with it after week one?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
As I look at it, actually, you
No.
guys don't have your names. Are not
We've
on
had a
the
lot of
board. I'm the only
conversations
one on
about the
board.
fact that neither of us are on the board. So I'm out of town again this weekend, but I'm gonna try to log into every single one of these tourneys that we're gonna be talking about coming up after this. But I'm gonna try to log into all the tourneys this weekend, ideally, because I want to get my name up there. I'm tired of not seeing Shrem on that board. But no,
I'm right with you.
after Epic, we got Tenzin, locking down a lot of middle middle placements there
Yeah.
from
Second,
Dylan and
thirds.
Tenzin. Yeah, seconds, thirds, fifths. So a
Yeah.
lot of middle lower placement, but frequent enough to get him up there. And speaking of placement, holy cow, sports bros. Not you got 3 high placers and 3 low placers, but it's keeping him up there in third, looking good. And then we got LOL getting carried.
Rocked.
We're not that far back.
We're not that far. We're not that far.
We got a chance. If we can wake up and figure out what MTG is,
Yeah.
and I can not match Serenity first round,
Brent?
and not match Noah first round on COD, I'll be feeling fine.
Yeah.
Like, if I could just get my matchups feeling a little better.
And I got an MTG.
Yes, it
I was
is.
on the board for MTG. And aren't you
The
guys like
the MTG guys, yeah.
Oh my wow.
You know, it is what it is.
I only have like 2,000 real Magic cards,
Yeah.
but I can't figure out how to play the mobile game. It's totally different. It's not even close to the same.
He only has every card that's come out in the last 12 sets.
Probably.
So-
Probably 12
Yeah,
sets.
he was showing me yesterday, out of all the rares and mythic rares in the entirety of standard right now, he doesn't have 8 of them, and 7 of those are from this set right now. He has almost every card there is to have. But then, other than that, bringing up the rear, DJ Spinsation with 1 4th place placement in MTG, getting the spinners up on the board.
So Spin, I want to hear what's I don't want to say excuse. I want to say, like, I don't know, what's the reasoning why maybe these first 4 tourneys haven't necessarily gone your team's your clan's direction.
Okay, so yesterday, Jimmy Bits got called into work. I believe Strider was at work and wasn't getting good reception, so he couldn't play. Asuri told me he couldn't play in the first tournament because he had to work. Just trying to iron out the creases on everybody and get them kind of going in the right direction. But like I told them, eventually we're gonna get some points on the board and we're gonna catch up with everybody. Just show up, do what you can when you can. I'm not pushing it. I'm here to have fun. As long as everybody else has fun, it's all good.
Okay, so
Now.
the issue is the sound from the computer is picking it up on the mic. That's exactly what's happening.
Somehow, because I can barely hear you talking over the computer.
Right, exactly. So I think we're gonna have to we might have to try something next week that's a little bit different. But for now, I think what we're gonna do is we have a mini solution. You know what it is, right?
Just muting.
Yeah, it's just muting
every
it,
single
muting, yeah.
time.
Yeah. So we'll figure it out this time. But
Spin's just low.
Spin mic is good now, just low. Oh, okay. Weird. I mean,
Yeah, I noticed that last week when I watched the VOD back, I was a little low.
hold on a second here. I'm gonna have you test. Go ahead and count to 10, or just do a mic check again.
Microphone check 1 2 1 2. Microphone check 1 2.
Okay, I think I figured out the issue.
How's that?
Is that a little bit better, folks? Hopefully that's a little bit better. We're just gonna continue on, and we'll try and fix some of these little issues next stream.
Better. There you go. All right, everybody says that's better. Yes,
All right,
sounds good.
perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. I mean, I think we're just gonna have to hold it. I'm
Just
not gonna
chill with
lie.
the mic
I
right
might just
here.
hold it right here and just flip it on and off.
No, that's
honestly.
fair. That's fair.
Okay.
It's been delayed from.
Well, the reason that it's delayed is because you're hearing my audio from Discord, which has no delay. Correct?
I think that.
Because they're saying they're seeing my mouth move, but they don't. Or they hear the audio.
Yeah,
but
I
it's-
can.
That's probably why. Is because
I think we can see it right now as we're talking.
Yeah.
So I think yes, that's exactly what's happening. We'll have to figure out. Maybe we'll use Skype or something.
It could be because
We'll see.
your
Yeah, my computer is running like absolute boo boo, so that also could 100% be it. Like I don't know what it is, but as long as we get through the stream, I guess that'll be good. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and continue on. I saw Third in here. Say what's up, Third? How we doing? But yeah, all the teams are still up here. I'm just putting up the rosters just so I can kind of keep remembering who's on whose team. Sometimes it just gets a little messy when you've had, somebody like, I don't know, who's a good example? Somebody that's been on every single team. I mean, Skylanders switched teams between. Kev's been traded around a little bit. Gary's been on a couple different teams. So it's just like, I'm getting used to it slowly.
I still have no idea who's on our team outside of me, you, and Kev.
Jared.
He
scored us.
Jared.
He scored us
There's
points.
Jared.
Tuna's on our team.
Yes, she is.
Okay. All right. Anyways, that's slow response. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue on. So we have the power rankings.
Ruh-roh.
And we've been doing this. We're gonna try and do this every single week for you guys. Thank you, Epic. He's the man that's running all these. The again, like normal, the one right below me, the one on the top right, is the power rankings that you guys voted on, and then the bottom left is power rankings without every team's bias on there. And different than last week, everybody's the exact same. So the way that people voted is basically exactly how everybody, for the most part, without their bias, also agrees. Maybe the percentage is a little bit different, but overall the rank is still the same. So most people agree that EA, aka Epic Aces, at the top, Triple Threat in second, Sports Bros in third, Legion Lightning in fourth, and the Spinners. So there was a change in power rankings. I do want to say that Legion Lightning dropped Spin.
Okay. What is Epic Aces? What is their strike?
They have 10 people, so I don't know the answer to that. 12 people? I don't even know how many people. They have so many people that even if they have a weak point, they have 12 people in that weak point.
Go back. They scored on everything.
All right. Epic Aces.
CODM.
Yep, they have scored on every single one. Yes. I think they're the only... No, not the only team. Triple Threat has also done the same thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no. They're
3 first place finishes right now.
Yeah.
That's why they're just obliterating the competition.
Yeah, these first places are...
Rome
is putting in some work.
Rome needs to calm down.
Does Rome already have as many bolts as he did last season? I think he, like in the regular season, I think he does. I think he already does.
He might.
So yeah. Crazy. Epic says Triple Threat did not score in MM last night. We're the only ones to place in every tourney. Wait, what? Didn't I just... What? MM, Dylan, third place.
That's MM1, not MM2. Last night was MM2.
Oh, every single tournament. Oh, got you.
In every tournament.
What would I would have got if I would have placed What would I would have got if I would have placed yesterday?
0.02.
Fifth place?
Yeah, you would be at
I would have been,
0.06.
Fifth place?
0.60.
Hey.
0.6. There we go. So, anyways, those are the power rankings. Looking pretty fresh. I do agree overall. I think this might have been how I did our power rankings as well. I don't always agree that whatever your bolts are at is where you should be ranked. However, if there's a difference between like 2+ bolts, you could early on in the season, that's a big deal. Maybe like 2 weeks from now, we could see a drastic difference and be like, okay, yeah, there's this. Or, 2 weeks from now, it could be like, well, there's been 4 more MTG tournaments than everything else or something crazy, and that could matter, right? If we're weak at MM, but more MM tournaments have been doing well, maybe Legion of Lightning isn't as low as everybody thinks that they are because we have a lot more to play. So that's just one way to look at it.
And
but
if we can wake up.
And if we can wake up, yeah, we have to wake up a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe I need a haircut. Do you think that has anything to do with it? You got a haircut and you didn't do anything for us.
No,
so I don't know.
Worse.
Yeah, you got worse.
It's like,
Well, I mean, it's like, it's like what I was telling Strider. I was like, MTG could go either way. I mean, it just depends on the cards that you get, right? I mean, you could have a stellar deck that you think is just the bomb deck, but yet, you just don't get the cards. You get all lands or you don't get any lands or, so on and so forth. So that's what I like about MTG is that it could be anybody's game anytime. It's what cards you get, right? At mobile, it's Arena 4. It's much you spent the most amount of money to get bigger cards. You're gonna, those guys are gonna. You don't want to match up against them, right? And COD is skill, right? COD is more of a skill game, right? Knowing your loadouts and all that stuff. And,
I agree, 100%. CODM is probably the most. I think it's by far probably the most skill based. Even if you go to like A2 Madden or maybe maybe A3 is a bad example. A2 or A1 Madden, where everybody's on equal level. I don't know if skill is gonna separate you as much as COD is. Like the difference between Tenzin and Spin versus somebody like Dylan and me, or Dylan and Strider, I don't think is as big of a difference. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. Lower overall team by 2,000 could be a lot, 1,000, whatever it is. Strider is, but also like being able to quick scope versus not being able to quick scope is the difference in a snipers tournament, right? Like if you can't quick scope, you might as well probably lose already. Like it's just how it is.
Like you could probably hand me.
I just can't do that.
Yeah, you could probably
I
hand
just
me
can't
MM
do
right
that.
now. Tell me what plays I've got running, and I'll complete a few passes, maybe score a couple touchdowns. You couldn't have handed me COD M and told me quick scope this guy. Like you can't. It's you have to learn to get good at COD M. You have to learn the plays for MM.
True.
So.
Yeah, Squatch. The reason more teams have more people is just we all started with 7 in the draft, and just depends on who traded what and got what for their trades during the draft. So that's why Epic, he kind of traded down and got 7 picks, or I don't know how many more picks than everybody else. So that's the reason why.
All the trades matters. Some teams are like, I just need my 3 people, and they're gonna trade everything. And then there's some people that are like, you know what? If I throw a bunch of darts at the dartboard, then something's bound to hit, right? So it could be something like that. It just depends on how you want to play the draft, and I think there's definitely clear paths. I think Epic going this route is really different for him. We'll see if it goes this route. I think the way Epic played the draft was very, very similar to how I usually play the draft in the past, where I'm just like, hey, give me more picks. I don't need the number 1, 2, 3, but give me a couple of, give me 1 second rounder, a third rounder, and then a bunch of 4th and 5th rounders, and call it a day. And I think that's kind of what Epic decided to do on the draft. But you also
I just went totally off the wall with mine. I just wanted to try something new, and we'll see how it pans out. And then, next season, if I'm still a coach, then I'll probably
we'll see how it ends, right, Spin? I still have faith in you. I don't think a lot of them do. There's usually always, I feel like there's most of the time some sort of dud of one of the coaches. Like you'll see in the history of the NCL that there's one coach that doesn't play very well that season. Like the last 2 seasons, it's been Tenzin. Like, sorry, and Tenzin knows this. But hey,
has it played well or hasn't drafted well?
Hasn't drafted well. I should take that right. Hasn't
Tenzin
drafted
played out of his mind.
Yeah, you're right. Drafted well. But anyways, let's continue on.
Yeah, let's get her rolling.
All right.
Here we go.
The big one.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, everything. Everybody likes to talk about this. And I think the only big thing I want to note on here is that tomorrow isn't 100% guaranteed to be a tourney. However, you need to be prepared for an MTG standard tourney. When I say 80% chance, it's almost 99. Like it's almost 99 at this point. Like I don't think I have anything planned tomorrow night, aka this is what I have planned. So just be prepared. When I say after 9 p.m. Eastern, it's going to be pretty close to 9 p.m. Eastern. I think I get off of work at like 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'll probably get home, eat some foods, and then I'll hop on. So the time between registration might be a little bit longer tomorrow. It might not be 10, 20 minutes. It might be 30 minutes. It might be, let's play some games first and then let's hop into the tournament. But it will be double elimination if I do that. There will be, and we'll get into the format stuff. I'll get into the format stuff here in a second, but just want to mention that. Anything glaring to you guys that you guys want to talk about?
You said doo-doo.
Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness, child. I don't know. Is there anything crazy? I guess Sunday, I don't have a tournament. I'll be going on a little bit later than I usually do. Wait, did I do 3:30 p.m. Eastern? That's not right. Wait, 12:30? Oops. It's meant to say 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Sorry, folks. I'll be on 30 minutes later than I normally am. I have flag football, so I plan on playing flag football, getting home, and streaming. So I meant to say 2:30. Apologies. That is a typo. But I will try to be on Sunday. It just will not be a tourney day. Anything crazy you guys see on there that you guys want to talk about?
Fox Serenity hit it on the head. MTG standard double elimination, best of one tomorrow.
Yep.
If it ends up being a tourney, otherwise y'all just play.
Yep.
But it'll probably end up being a tourney, so
Probably.
should be all right.
Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Indeed,
Thought
that's
after
exactly
that?
what that is. And let's go ahead and go into the next slide just because I
Yep.
think it'll like express a little bit more. So, formats and rules. Possible tourney tomorrow night after 9 p.m. Eastern. MTG standard best of one, no bans, double elimination. So, again, we're going to let you guys run it. And this might be the last time you see a no ban thing. Like, it might just be, here it is. Boom. Run it. But this time it'll be double elimination. So if you get eliminated this time, you have a second chance. And that doesn't matter where you're at in the tournament. If you're in the first, second, third, fourth, finals round, whatever it is, you will have a double elimination opportunity. Guaranteed, however. Go ahead, Spin.
What makes you ban certain cards? Why ban certain cards?
We're about to get into the bans. We're gonna do the bans for Saturday night on stream right now.
And I think the whys, I think keeping it fresh. I think when you see like a meta, you're like, okay, cool, like, yeah, this is nice, but then you like see it again, and then you see it again, and then you see it again, and you're just like, come on. So I think for me, it's like I like to keep things fresh. So if I take one card from one person's deck, I don't think it obliterates it, but it makes it just a little bit worse. And everybody else is going to have to feel that way too. Now, I'm not purposely picking, oh, hey, Spin's got this card, so I'm going to take this down. And I'm going to keep all the cards I want from mine.
Brent really likes whatever that one card is, so now
Yes.
he's gonna hate me for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so I think one of the more, and I'm gonna do this on stream right now. Yeah, I guess we're gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down. I'm not gonna put it on the screen. So I might just type it in here. How about this? Just type it in here.
Type it right there.
Type it right here. Yeah. So, and type it all at once. Don't.
Yeah.
don't do it.
For Saturday night, correct?
This
So
is
this
for
is
Saturday
for
night.
for Saturday
No
night,
bans
correct?
tomorrow, Saturday night bans coming up.
No bans tomorrow.
Saturday night. So no bans tomorrow, but Saturday night, 7 p.m. Tourney, standard, best of one, bans,
Here's the ban.
double elimination.
Go.
All right, so we'll
All
start
right,
with
here's
white.
the ban.
Sorry.
Start
Go
with
for
white.
it.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with white. One of the most popular white cards in all of Standard, and I think arguably, I don't think anybody in here is going to be overly upset, even if they have the card in their deck. But it is one of those cards where you're just like, bruh, really? Like you couldn't do anything else? I'm banning Sunfall. Dylan said it previously in the chat, but it's just one of those cards. I think if there's any card that actually full send gets banned in actual Standard, like the MTG WotC says we're gonna ban a card, it's probably Sunfall.
So gross.
It is probably, if I was going to ban one card in a tournament, it is this one. Sunfall is just so disgusting. So Fox says, can you just ban all board wipes? See, I think a lot of board wipes are pretty fair. Like, I even think Farewell is a little bit fair because it's 6 mana.
And
Like,
it also depends on what you define as a board wipe. Are we counting Brotherhood's End, the deal 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker? Is that
board
a
wipe?
board wipe? Or is that just a mass damage effect?
right. Is something that exiles all artifacts, is that a board wipe? Something that returns all the stuff to your hand,
Yeah.
is that a board wipe? It's really hard to determine what a board wipe is in people's opinions, right? Because there's so many different ways. Something that says sacrifice, our target opponent sacrifices 3 creatures. Is that enough to be a board wipe? What if you have 18 creatures on the board?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where it's like, it's all relative to the game. But Sunfall is the most disgusting.
It's the one
it's-
that gives you back stuff.
Yeah, I think what Fox thought said is that it's anything that I would say is a board wipe would eliminate all creatures that are on
okay,
the
that's
board.
fair.
a
I
board
mean,
wipe.
what if you have like eight enchantments? Like instead of having creatures, you just have 8 enchantments on the board. Is that not something? Is that fine? A little bit better because it's not creatures. What if you have 5 planeswalkers on the board?
Yeah.
I
If you're playing some kind of Super Friends deck, board wipes don't matter.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean anything that wipes everything off the board is a board wipe. If it wipes everything out and everything goes to your wherever.
Okay. So
it's
in
wiping the board.
that term, Sunfall
Right.
only exiles creatures.
Yeah.
So
get to hold on to planeswalkers, artifacts, enchantments, battles, everything.
Everything, yeah. So if you don't board wipe that stuff, does that count as a board wipe or not count as a board wipe? I get what you're saying. I think Fox is saying specifically creatures.
I would say that's not. I wouldn't say that's a board wipe because it's not wiping out the whole board. It's something that wipes out everything and the whole board's empty.
I think it just depends on who the eye of the beholder. See, if I'm running a deck that's, mono red aggro, like mono red creatures, a board wipe to me is anything that kills my creatures. But then you get to something like where I'm playing like Super Friends where it's all planeswalkers and somebody plays Burn Down the House. That's a board wipe. But Sunfall wouldn't do anything in that situation. It's very specific to how you're playing. Now, I think most of the time when people think of board wipes, they're thinking about creature specific board wipes. I think that's what most people are talking about. So honestly, Serenity put hashtag unban Meat Hook. I agree with that. I don't think Meat Hook Massacre in this format right now is the end all be all. But they'd have to get rid of Sunfall. They couldn't have Meat Hook and Sunfall in the format. That would just I think everybody would freak out. Epic says ban Deadly Cover Up for black, and I'm gonna. Hey.
I was about to say.
You said what?
Should we do our black bands next?
I think we should do the black
Let's
band
do
next.
Black bands next. So our black band for the day. What are we thinking?
Are you thinking Deadly Cover Up?
I'm thinking Deadly Cover Up.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
As fun as that is.
I think there's one of those cards where it might not be as annoying as it used to be, but is it still annoying? I'm gonna spin. I'm gonna let you pick the black band card. Are you ready?
Oh, what?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, what? Okay. You're gonna let me pick out of some.
Yes.
You're
I'm gonna pick two.
Let me pick from, or you're gonna tell me
Oh
something.
no, I'm gonna have you pick it. Pick it. Okay.
Okay.
And if you don't know these cards, I'll kind of give you a rough breakdown. Okay. Shieldred of the Apocalypse. If you do not know what that card, I'm surprised, but it is a 4/5 death touch, deal 2 damage when your opponent draws a card, and you gain 2 life when you draw a card. Yeah, very disgusting card, very annoying card. Now that is the one I would normally say in general. The other one I'm going to give you is called Breach the Multiverse.
Ooh.
That is a 7 mana card. That is a 7 mana card that says each player mills 10 cards.
Each player mills 10 cards. Each player mills 10 cards, then you get to return a creature or planeswalker from each graveyard and put it on your battlefield.
So I get to dig 10 cards into your library, and I get to dig 10 cards into my library and pick the best thing that I want from each of them.
And it doesn't even have to be
What
one
you
of
milled.
the 10 cards milled. It's just what is in their library at that point
In their graveyard.
time.
In their
Yeah,
graveyard.
in their graveyard at that point in time.
But that's 7 mana, so keep that in mind. It's pretty hefty. I'm gonna let you pick. I'm the kind
Well, that's not. Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that if you're able to get 7 mana, able to play it, and be able to play it. So I would say
All right.
Shieldred it is.
Shieldred it is. Okay. And Serenity, I think you mentioned Twitch poll. I'm gonna let you guys pick the bands in the next tournament we have on this stream.
Got you.
I'm gonna put up a poll between 2, 3 suspects, and maybe pick the top 2 from each of the colors. Okay. So we are into red now. Red is for me is one of the more difficult colors to find a ban for.
Because there's so many things I want to get rid of.
There is. There really
is. I
is.
just want to get rid of mono red aggro.
That's what a lot of people want to get rid of.
That is what I want to get rid of.
Yeah. Mono red, if you don't have a decent mono red aggro in standard, I think that's a sign of the format. So I think if you have a good mono red aggro, I think it makes standard more interesting. That's just my personal opinion, because everybody's trying to figure out how do I counter that but also not get countered by the counterspell deck. It's just one of those like finding a balance, and that's what Magic is. And we're playing best of 1, so it's a little bit more difficult. Quick decks are going to be better. It's just a fact. Best of 1 quick decks are going to be better. Those control-y, slower, grindy matchups, if you don't get a good starting hand and you're getting just rocked by a freaking mono red, mono white, whatever it is, aggro, you're going to have struggle. So best of 1 in general is just better to have an aggro deck. It's just a fact. It's just a matter of fact. It is. And to me, I guess there's like 2.
Okay. See, you guys are the MT aggro.
Aggressive.
What's aggro stand for?
Being aggressive.
I know we
I know we kind of planned on talking
Yeah.
about COD today, but now we're in MT. And I've always kind of just throwing these terms out. And I've always wondered. I mean, I hear you guys throw this stuff out like aggro, and there's all kinds of. How many different
You know what, Spin?
decks are there? That
Yeah, Spin. You know what? Maybe we'll make that another topic. Maybe that's next week. We're into COD. Maybe we'll do some MTG. MTG has 3 big broad ones. You have aggro, which is an aggressive deck. You have something called mid-range, which is basically your not necessarily counterspell decks. They're more like your good value cards. Like you find like a Shieldred is a perfect mid-range card. It does exactly enough for you to stay alive. It doesn't necessarily win you the game, but it can hold you till you win the game, right? It's that middle card. If you've ever heard of Glissa, perfect example for a mid-range card. Cards like Thalia are actually kind of a mid-rangey-ish card because it slows down instants and sorceries. Anything a lot of kill spells are in those. And then you have control. That's the third one. Control is very much exactly how it sounds. Counter spells, return your stuff, destroy your stuff.
Board wipes.
Yeah, board wipes. Just anything annoying you can think of. I'm going to tap your stuff down. I'm going to kill it when you attack. Whatever you can think of as the most annoying card in your head right now, whatever that might be, that's control, really. Mid-range. Aggro has a couple different things. There's like burn, and then there's a lot of like internal stuff. Mid-range is very, sometimes it's a combo deck. Sometimes it's I'm going to ramp up a bunch, and then I'm going to play a big spell at the end. Control can be very like, I play no creatures, but I'm going to kill you with my 1/1 Mirrex land or my land that makes a 1/1 Mirrex token. Like it's a grindy, slow matchup. Those are kind of like the broad general ideas, and we can kind of hit those in the future for sure. But getting back to best of one. Yeah, hopefully that helped a little bit. But trying to get back to the best of 1 point, mono red is just freaking gnarly, and there's so many cards you can pick. You can go like a little bit. You could go like mid range, and you could be like, okay, I'm gonna Squee, Feldon, Thundering Raiju, Godric is a great card. But I feel like what gets the mono red decks rolling is the stuff at the beginning, right? That really quick, yeah, you're right. Really quick cards that are just gonna rock you. And there's a couple of them. Epic is saying Monstrous Rage. Serenity says Koth, which is the most random one. I see Fox saying Monstrous Rage as well. I see Play with Fire as a ban. But there has to be one card, and one card really only for me right now. I think it will significantly take. We're right. We're picking Sunfall, right? We're picking Shield. We're not picking like little cards. We're picking big cards. So I'm trying to make an impact into the format, and that has to be Monastery Swiftspear.
Gotta be.
For those of you that don't know what that is, it is a 1 red mana card. And again, we're gonna post this in chat here in a second. But Monastery Swiftspear is a 1 red mana card, a 1/2 with haste and prowess.
Gross.
Prowess says whenever you play a non-creature spell, this creature gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. One of the most popular 1/2 punch is you play Kumano faces Kakuzan on turn 1, right? Do 1 damage to the opponent. Turn 2, that triggers, and it says next creature you play gets a +1/+1 counter. So you play Monastery Swiftspear. It's a 2/3 now. Then you play Monstrous Rage. Monstrous Rage says gets +3/+0 until the or +2/+0 until the end of turn.
+2/+0,
And then gets the roll token.
Monster roll token.
Yeah, roll token. And that means that Monastery Swiftspear on that turn is a 6/5 or something like that. 6/4. And it's just like 6 damage on turn 2 is just so hefty. And on top of that, if they put something in front of it, your card has trample anyway. So not only is it going to kill their creature, put you up on board state, it's also going to still do 4-5 damage, whatever it is, on turn 2. And it's just like,
Does too much.
It's too much. And then after that, even after that happens, it's still a 3/4 or whatever, 3/3 or whatever it is, just sitting there for the rest of the game. And it gets it out. It's just disgusting. Monastery Swiftspear is the card. I do like Monstrous Rage a lot, but I think if you take out the thing that Monstrous Rage is targeting, I think that is better. Now, if Monstrous Rage proves me wrong this next tournament and just rocks everybody anyways, maybe it's Monstrous Rage next time. But I think Monastery Swiftspear kind of takes away from a little bit of the heat.
And this new set, there's that one card that gives creatures +2/+2 or +2/+0 until end of turn. The only thing it doesn't do is give it the monster roll token, and it makes it so that if it ends up dying that turn, you get to create a 2/2 detective.
Yeah.
Like there's still
So there's
other
a
cards to
substitution.
replace Monstrous Rage if we were to get rid of Monstrous Rage.
Is there any card in your opinion that is even similar to Monastery Swiftspear?
electrostatic infantry.
Okay, doesn't have haste.
Doesn't have haste. It starts as a 2/2. It's 2 or 3 mana.
It's 2 mana,
Yeah.
which is one more than Monastery, which matters. It matters.
In mono red, that matters massively.
Yeah.
So
there's not a card that significantly can change the difference between Monastery Swiftspear and its alternative, but you can find alternative for Monstrous Rage.
Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Right.
Next color. We're kind of rolling here.
Yeah. Next
Okay, green's another color that's a little bit difficult. Up the Beanstalk has been one of the cards in the past. Topiary Stomper, I have banned in the past before. Also a very good card. I'm kind of leaning, Bramble Familiar. But is that
there's so many ramp pieces.
How often
do
cards.
people play the adventure side of Bramble Familiar?
I think kind of rarely.
Yeah.
But it's just another thing to utilize.
Yeah. Like I could count the number of times I've seen somebody play the left side of monsters or of Bramble Familiar on one hand.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often unless you're in a very specific combo-y deck with it. Even
so at that
then,
point, it's basically just a 2 mana tapper.
Yeah, basically. Fox says for green, get rid of fight rigging.
I don't hate that.
We haven't seen fight rigging in a tournament in so long. To me, it doesn't build your fight rigging deck and prove me wrong. It's one of those things where it's like, I'm not going to ban a card that we never see until we see it, right? Like we see Sunfall, we see Sheoldred, we see Monastery Swiftspear. These are all very popular cards in the format. I think at the end of the
Everybody go build their decks around fight.
Everybody go build
everybody
their decks
play their
around
decks.
fight.
Everybody's gonna go build their fight rage decks.
Yeah, facts. And honestly, fight rigging is a good card, and if you guys want to go with it, go for it. I don't know if best of one is the way or is where you're gonna want to play it, but hey, be my guest, prove me wrong, rock out Atraxa on turn whatever if we don't ban Atraxa. But all right, I guess we gotta kind of decide a green card.
Green.
See,
what do I see hit the board on green and I'm upset? Topiary Stomper.
Topiary Stomper is a good card. I don't know if it's backbreaking enough. I think for this tourney, I think we aim for something more like a Herd Migration. You still think Bramble? They're both in the same. I'm basically just trying to take away Domain Ramp. What's the best card to get rid of Domain Ramp? Is it Up the Beanstalk? Is it Topiary Stomper?
Up the Beanstalk, Spelunking.
Spelunking.
We don't see
Spelunking.
get played at all.
Nah, I think if we're being smart in this format, I think we take away. I think we just take away Bramble Familiar. Just knock it out of there.
Okay.
Go ahead and type that up.
Yeah.
Bramble Familiar will take away a ramper. It will take away an alternative option. I think it's also something that could Bramble Familiar.
What's it called?
Okay.
Bramble Familiar.
Okay.
It's a two mana card. It is a 2/2. That is it 2/2 or 1/1? I think it's a 2/2. 2 mana 2/2 that taps for green mana, and you can pay 2 mana to return. No, 1 mana to. Is it 2 mana? Take 2 mana, return it to your hand. But on the left side, because it has the adventure side, on the left side of the spell, it's 7 mana, and it says, what does it say? Is it like mill 7?
7 cards. You may return a creature from those milled cards to the battlefield.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. So, I'm
It
gonna
might
go
be
with
2
that.
creatures. Is it 1 or 2 creatures?
I think it's
might be
2
two.
creatures.
Yeah,
It's 2. I think one goes in your hand and one goes on the battlefield.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah.
Yeah. So Bramble Familiar is just a good all-around piece. And then we have our last color, which is the beautiful blue. Somebody is typing a card already, and honestly, I can't deny it. Like I can't think of any other card. It's just such an annoying card, and I think people are kind of getting sick of it, but they also kind of like playing with it.
Like outside of this card that I've typed out right now, the only thing I can think of, Memory Deluge.
Yeah, but Memory Deluge isn't that cracked,
Exactly.
right? It's just one of those
It draws
things.
you 4 cards and then 7.
That's a pretty good card. Tashana's Tidebinder is a good card, but I don't think it's ban worthy. I don't think Tashana's Tidebinder does enough. Haughty Djinn is great, and I get that. I see why people would want Haughty Djinn gone. But honestly, if you want to take a risk of playing mono blue tempo in best of 1, I think you're going to have a harder time. Now, hey, best of 3, you want to play your mono blue tempo deck with Haughty Djinn and Tolarian Terror and all the counter spells in the world, go for it. But I don't know if you're going to be fast enough for what this format should be showing. Go with your mono blue tempo. Show me what you got. I know what all the counter spells do. Go for it. But I think the number 1 card has to be has to be what Fox is actually asking. Jace Perfected Mind. That card
Gotta be.
is ridiculous. Jace the Perfected Mind is a planeswalker for 4 mana. Its +1 is target creature gets -3/-0 until the end of your next turn.
Your next turn.
Yeah. So you're one of your creatures is -3 power till my next turn. Its -2 is draw. Oh wait, sorry. Target opponent mills 3 cards. If they have 20 or more cards in their graveyard,
Or a graveyard has 20 or more cards.
Is it
It doesn't have to be theirs. It's
Oh,
if
okay.
A graveyard has
If
20 or more
a
cards.
graveyard is 20 or more cards, you draw 3 cards. Otherwise, draw 1 card. Okay, and then its -X ability is whatever X you want to put in for loyalty. So if he instantly enters the battlefield with 4, that's 5 loyalty. You can go -5, mill 3 times X cards. So target player mills 3 times X cards. That means if he hits the board and he woes -5, you are milling 15 cards when he enters the battlefield. That is a ton. 15 cards is a quarter of your deck. That's not nothing. They play a Jace and then they play another Jace. You're already at like 20. You're less than 20 cards.
Yeah.
By the time you've drawn your cards, by the time he's played 2 Jaces, and if you're playing draw spells too, it's even more hurtful. So Jace Perfected Mind will be the next band. Alrighty, we're gonna go to one more band. Sorry, I didn't mention this. We're gonna go one more band. We're gonna go one more band. Oh no, just go do another one.
Okay.
Just put what do you want to say? Yeah, multicolored is fine. Yeah, we're gonna go multicolored. I'm going to actually let us keep Atraxa. We haven't done that in a while.
What are we getting rid of then?
What are we getting rid of? What are some good multicolor cards that are just driving people insane right now?
No More Lies.
No More Lies is a great counterspell.
Multicolored cards that are
I'm just trying.
me.
Yeah, it's just
Rafine. Oh, Rafine. Oh, Rafine.
I was wondering when you were gonna think about it. Rafine is definitely gone.
Refiner.
A refiner. Also multi-cobbler.
Cobbler.
Yeah. So Rafine is just. Oh my gosh, it is. Rafine is one of those cards. When you look at the card, it's like, is it really that good? And then you play against it, and you're like,
Yes.
I'm never gonna play against this again. I just do not want to. It is a 3 mana, 1 blue, 1 white, 1 black. For a 1/4, so 3 mana 1/4 with flying and ward 1. It says whenever it attacks, I think it connives.
You attack.
Whenever you attack, it
Target
connives.
attacking creature.
Connives X.
Where X is the number of attacking
Creatures, yeah. And it's just like, okay, so now I just get to draw a bunch of cards, basically.
You get to draw 3 cards.
Draw 3 cards. Is it draw 3, discard 3? Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Connive is draw a card, discard a card.
Right. So it's just like, oh my gosh. And it's so silly because imagine you just have a 1/1 flyer, and then you play Rafine. And then you possibly have a 3/3 flyer, and then a 7/7 flyer. And then you still have Rafine to deal with, by the way. It's not like Rafine's not going to do anything. Or you could just stack Rafine to be a 3/6, and you're never going to get through with any damage or something. It's just such an annoying card. So Rafine is the card I'm going to enter. I can't remember the full name of Rafine, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Because Rafine is Rafine, yeah, something seeing schemer or scheming seer or something. Scheming seer, something like that.
Swiper, no swiping.
No, that's not it. Anyways, Leyline of the Guild Pack is awful, Dylan.
Yeah, unless it's in your starting hand, there's no point in ever playing Leyline of Guild Pack.
Also, it looks like we got some news. Fletcher Cox, 177 overall defensive tackle for the 10th anniversary player for MM this next season. That's kind of exciting, except for the fact that I just got 2 mythic defensive tackles, so I am not getting him, unfortunately. Might be the only time I've not rostered a 10th anniversary player. Spin, have you rostered almost every single 10th anniversary player you've gotten?
Yeah, for a little while, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Yeah,
That's fair.
for a little while, yeah.
I'm on a whole other plateau.
I mean, I'm
That's
on
fair.
a whole
No, that's
other
fair.
plateau on that.
I'm semi-retired, so it's like.
Well, we're 15 minutes in.
semi-retired, so it's like.
Wow, Spin, we gotta get rolling.
We gotta hustle up.
We are rolling.
Here.
All right.
You gotta get rolling here. You
I
guys,
I know
that's
it's-
what you
you
guys
put
do
us
in
on
MTG,
MTG,
and
It's
gonna
just
take us
we're
a
on it.
while.
We're on an island, but we're gonna be there for a while.
We're
All
gonna
right,
hustle
we're gonna
through.
go through. So Call of Duty Mobile is next. It'll be right after the Magic the Gathering tournament that we just discussed. On Saturday, it will be BR Tournament Kills Matter. So Blackout, Alcatraz, Blackout in that order, if I remember. Placement is normal. So let's say there's 10 people in the entire tournament. First place gets 10 points, 9, 8, 7, 6, and so on. On top of that, every single kill you get, you will get 2 extra points. That is huge.
Massive.
If you end in 7th place, but you got those 3 kills, you might as well have just gotten first place in the entire tournament. So it's one of those things where you want to aim for kills. It is very important to go for kills. Nothing too crazy there. There's no bans. I'm not going to ban anything in BR. It takes a while to get your loadout and all that stuff.
In VR.
Yeah, I know. You're just like, oh my gosh. Anyways, so no bans there. Sunday, there is no tournament. I will be a little bit late. I put 3:30, but I meant to say 2:30 Eastern. It's the only flag football game that I probably will have issues with, at least in the next 5 tourneys. So that's kind of nice, or 5 Sundays, I should say. But there will be a tournament on Wednesday the 6th, which is the following Wednesday. Arena 4 matching 4 of 8, so 50%. You have to match 50%. I'm gonna do 8 tourneys. We might flex with that number in the future. There's been a lot of discussions after this Arena 2 stuff. I'm not really going to address that tonight. I think that's something that I will address maybe next stream. I don't want to take up too much time that we already have. But we will definitely discuss A2 and adjustments to that. And honestly, there could be adjustments to future tournaments as well. It didn't just...
There have been a lot of good suggestions.
Oh, yeah.
There have
Really
been a lot of
quality
good
suggestions. Everything from percentage of how much we have to match to should we have extra points on certain things, to how many matches do we actually have, to what the tiebreakers are. There are so many good suggestions, and I will take them into consideration. When I say really consideration, I'm like, we will change tournaments. It's not something I'm going to be done, like, we'll talk about it in Season 8. No, I'm serious. We'll talk about it now. I can change any of the tournaments as we move forward, and I'm updating you guys as soon as I know as well. So we'll go ahead and talk about that later. But next thing, if I can, there we go. Right here is going to be where we're in the future. We're going to have highlights of streams, so that is coming soon. Right around this section, we'll be showing some highlights, whether that's really cool COD gameplay, gameplay, maybe Magic the Gathering moves that happened. So we'll definitely get into all of that. And honestly, guys, if you guys find cool clips that you guys have, done or want to start recording yourself, send them to me. We will highlight them on stream if they are of high caliber that I know you guys can produce for us. So there's that. Next thing. All right, Shrem Shorts. What do I need to do? Do I need to do anything?
No, you just hang out and
all
have
right,
fun.
I'll just chillax.
Hang out and
All
look
right.
not so pretty.
All right.
But no. So today we talked about it last week. Shrem Shorts, it's just going to be whatever I feel like doing, man. Like last week it happened to be a challenge between this guy and that guy even further that way. But this week
I think this guy won.
I think this
heftily,
guy won.
handily, easily, without trying. Actually, no.
Whoa. I just realized what we were talking about. I'm sorry.
Yeah. You
What?
just keep flexing,
What?
buddy.
Okay,
It's
all right,
fine.
all right, it's
But no, this week we're talking about leap day. It's a leap year. We got a leap day today. It's February 29th. That happens once every 4 years, boys.
Wait,
So-
why are we leaping now when we have the gym later?
Oh, so anyways,
sit back here, I'll sit
yeah,
back
you
here.
just sit
I'll
back there and look pretty, because this first point that I'm gonna talk about, you're gonna know nothing about. Spin, my guy, you're a DJ. What do you think was the first rock album to be named Album of the Year at the Grammys? This is a little pre your time, but you're a DJ, so.
Uh,
I don't listen to rock.
Oh, come
I don't
on.
listen
Can you
rock.
throw a band out there?
no idea.
There you go. Elman said it.
Not a rock guy.
Run
There you
DMC.
go. Elman
No,
said it.
we
Run
are looking at
DMC.
Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club.
Hey,
Everybody loves a little Beatles.
Hey, there you go,
On-
bro.
on
There's a
this
movie
day in
after that,
1968.
too, man.
What's
You
up?
guys know that there was a movie?
did you know there was a movie?
Oh yeah, I love
Did you
that
know there
movie.
was a movie?
Wait, this is a Beatles band? I thought this was the band name.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Oh.
this is an album by the Beatles.
Oh.
But no, yeah.
Yeah. The album.
Yes, sir.
is named
Fantastic
Sgt.
album.
Pepper's
One of
Lonely
the
Hearts
highest,
Club
one of the
Band.
earliest, highest-grossing albums that there was, And gosh, what an amazing album it was. I love the Beatles personally. And this day, 1968, the Grammys inducted Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club as the first rock album to be named Album of the Year. So,
And one of those songs on there that I sing almost every single day when I pick up my wife is "Here Comes the Sun."
that's one that even Lotus knows.
Here comes the
It's
sun,
alright.
and I say it's all right.
Gosh, I love the Beatles so much. But no. So after that, coming up in 1976, you might know who this guy is. It's Ja Rule's birthday. Yeah. Ja Rule's birthday.
Yeah.
I don't listen to a ton of Ja Rule myself, but and he probably he knows his name.
He's Eminem's enemy.
Yep.
There's like 3 diss tracks on.
No, yeah.
I mean, I wasn't really a big. I mean, I think he was a better.
Yeah.
Probably a better producer than an
I'd say
artist.
so.
I think.
But yeah, for any of you who
but-
don't know, he was a rapper back in the early 2000s. Probably is what I would classify him as. Early 2000s, maybe a little late 90s. But yeah, no, we got Ja Rule's birthday. Now, 2004. Are you a fan of Lord of the Rings?
No.
No, DJ.
Yeah.
You like Lord of the Rings?
There was a magic set.
Yeah.
There was a
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Rings magic
like
set.
Lord of the
Have
Rings.
cards from Lord of the Rings.
Well, in 2004, Lord of the Rings: Return of the King
Right.
tied the record for the most Oscars won with 11 Oscars in the 2004 Oscar Awards. That's a lot of Oscars. That's a lot of prizes. Are you grabbing your? Yep, he's grabbing his Lord of the Rings MTG pack right now.
So what did that have to do with Leap Day?
It happened on
what did that have to do with
all the
Leap
things
Day?
that have dates happened on this day in the year on the board right there. So February 29th, 2004,
Okay.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, tied for the most Oscars. They only get an anniversary once every 4 years. Like we got to celebrate it for them if they're not going to. All right.
That's right.
Have you watched it?
No.
Yeah, try sitting down and watching all 3.
Yeah, try sitting down and watching all 3. What is it? Three of those
No,
movies was
thank
Lord of
you.
the Rings? Was there
I
3
don't
of
know
them?
how many there were
Or
actually.
4 of them?
All right.
Too many.
Now we got something that's not just a date. This
I
is just
sitting
a
down and
fact
watching all of
about-
them in one sitting.
about Leap Day. Do you guys know that most countries don't recognize February 29th as a legal day? Like, it is not an
So-
official day. Like, you cannot, in a lot of countries, claim February 29th as your birthday. You either have to choose February 28th or March 1st.
What?
In a lot of countries, yeah.
Why
Okay,
is
so
Leap
why-
Day there?
what-
Why every 4
Why
It's-
is Leap
I'm-
Day
I'm
there?
pretty sure
Why
Leap
why
Day is
every
something
4
about
years?
balancing out the calendar. It was introduced by Julius Caesar in like 47 whatever, but yeah, it's something about balancing out the calendar because we don't know how to evenly
Yeah, we don't know.
space
we
a
don't,
calendar.
We don't know how to math. That's
Yeah.
actually what it is. It's like
And
if
our
you-
rotation around the sun isn't exactly 365 days.
Yeah, it's like 364 and a half or some
Yeah.
random thing or something like
That's
that.
why every 4th year we have an extra day.
Day, yeah.
So, yeah, but it was introduced by Julius Caesar.
So if we didn't have
I just don't understand. I mean, so if we didn't have that extra day, what, our
Vice
rotation
versa.
would
If
be
our
off?
rotation was exactly 364 days, we wouldn't have the extra day.
Yes.
But no, yeah, a lot of countries.
But I don't understand. I mean, so if we didn't have.
But I don't understand. I mean, so if we didn't have that day every 4 years, would it be like the
No.
customs would
No,
change
yeah,
for us
yeah. If we didn't have
somehow,
that extra
or what?
day,
I mean, I don't
gradually,
understand.
very slowly, one day every 4 years, June would get closer to winter.
That's fair.
One day every 4 years, June would just get a little bit
Okay.
closer to winter for us. So we throw in that extra day.
Oh, okay.
But
Alright.
but no, and then our final point here, which kind of
Okay.
bounces off of it not being recognized as a legal day, in America, employees who work salary jobs usually don't get paid for that extra day of work. Like, their salary only accounts for a 364 day schedule.
Wait,
So-
did we get paid today?
We don't work salary, so yes.
Oh,
we
that's
work
right, we're on
hourly, so it's
salary.
okay.
Oh,
but
yeah, that's
but
right,
folks
that's
that work salary,
So, space.
yeah,
space it.
folks that work salary, the company doesn't account for the extra day, and they're not going to put in the effort once every 4 years to pay their employees an extra 8 hours. So in America, most salary workers just don't get paid today.
What?
It doesn't matter if they work or if they don't. They make the same amount of money either way.
I am officially not a fan of Leap Day. I'm not salary yet, but
I've been an hourly employee, and I've also been salary. And I would say being an hourly employee is probably better than being a salary employee, because when you're that salary employee, man, you get to work the long hours. You don't get paid for it. You gotta, it's like, because most of the time you're either you're in management or something like that. So you're covering for people that didn't show up. You're covering to do this,
all
do that,
the not so pretty work.
So.
But yeah, it's brutal.
That's
On
right.
Every February 29th, once every 4 years, they lose 8 hours worth of pay for whatever their calculated hourly would be for a salary job. They're not getting paid for that. They're an entire day behind us hourly workers.
wow.
So yeah, but that's all we got for Leap Day learning, boys.
Perfect.
It was a fun old time. Fun facts.
Brilliant. All right, y'all. Moving. Thank you, Shrem.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Thank you,
all
Shrem.
right.
A pleasure.
Thank you for that
All right.
knowledge.
We're at the Call of Duty mobile portion of the stream. Thank you guys so much for being patient. We're getting there. I just get a little sidetracked when it comes to Magic, because it's just such a beautiful game. But anyways, we got another beautiful game right here, Call of Duty Mobile, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that back on. So, some of the things we wanted to talk about is maybe more for the newer player base, but I think a lot of the vets, the Foxes of the world, might be able to chime in, give a little bit of extra insight that maybe we don't even know about, because none of us here, right here, that you guys are watching, are going to say we are not COD Mobile pros whatsoever. So.
Talking about,
okay, all right.
What are you talking about?
I have no idea what you're
bro?
talking
Blow
about. I have
both
no idea
y'all
what you're
out the
talking about.
water.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, you know what? I got my finger
Hey,
thingies.
they do matter.
make a lot
These
of
do matter.
difference.
They actually do. Do you actually have this brand, Spin? This like yellow thing?
I don't know.
You got something.
I got mine too.
I don't know.
Like mine work.
I
really
got
well.
them off of Amazon. I don't know. I got like a 30 pack. No, they don't have an emblem on them. They're just.
Hey, there you go.
I got like a 30 pack for
30.
like
Holy
$7.
crap.
I'm with Epic here, but don't mind me.
Epic's like, don't care. MTG's better. I think, I don't know. I don't like to rate my games too much, because they all have their ups and they all have their downs. Yeah, we can get into that in another day. But
Also, Fox, that's not what he meant. He's just not very good at speaking English. So he meant the opposite of that.
yeah, okay, yeah, the opposite. I was like, what did I say?
Yeah.
Either way, here we go. I got Call of Duty Mobile up on the screen. You guys have seen me stream this game. You've seen Spin stream this game. You've not seen Shrem spin.
I've never streamed this game.
He hasn't done that one yet. We'll get there one day maybe. But we have ourselves the base one. Now, we're not going to go over every single button. That would take us forever.
Just the essentials.
But Spin, you want to start us off on where you would like to start to like kind of show some people some cool stuff.
Like things we need to know to join a COD tournament.
So what's that?
Well, okay,
Things we need to know.
What's that?
Things we need to know. I mean, basically, okay.
Oh,
so
things we need to know. I
never
mean,
played this
basically, okay. So I never played this game until we started doing the NCL and Lotus started streaming. I downloaded it, started playing it. You guys know that I am not the best person. But when I started playing, man, I just jumped in,
All I know
started
is start
playing. Grab a gun, and all I knew is start shooting people up. And now my wife hates me because I just said that, because she does not like this game. But that's all right. But then I stopped playing for a long time, and then I just got back into it again probably a month ago, and I've been playing this thing almost every single day. But I've been starting to click on all the different tabs, like ranked matches, multiplayer, just loadouts and leaderboards, and just seeing all the other stuff, because playing against people, they got guns that have these different camos. They've got, diamond, and I'm like, how do I get? I thought if I just played with the gun and just kill enough people that I would get a diamond ammo gun. But no, come to find out, you got to do all kinds of other stuff. You got to unlock every single camo before you could get the diamond. And then to get the diamond, you got to get 10 kills in 150 matches, right? To get the diamond. So now I finally figured out, wow, now I got something to grind for instead of just sitting there and playing a game. I never played ranked before. I started playing ranked matches all the time. There's just a lot of stuff that I really never got into, like all the battle passes. I mean, the battle pass, yeah, we used to always get that, but like the different seasons and the different things that they have, you click on them and you unlock certain things. You got to do certain things. I never knew all that, so like he's showing you, like that gun there. To get the diamond, you got to get 10 kills in 150 matches. Right there, that's what 1,500.
That is hefty. That's hefty. That's hefty.
But yet, some matches you don't get 10 kills. Some matches you don't get 10 kills.
Fair,
so you
yeah.
gotta go back in and do it again. So,
Like I said,
clicking on everything lately. Like I said, I just been kind of clicking on everything lately, and it just the only thing that I'm really me myself and I've asked Surrey, it's like their settings. These guys that are so good that I watch, like all you guys, especially with your guns that you have, and like you say, quick scope or
sliding.
What's the other one? Just the sliding and the jumping, yeah, and all that stuff. It's like I see you guys play, and it's like, how do you guys just jump around like you're a freaking Mexican jumping bean, just jumping around all over the place? I can't do that. It's like, what settings do you guys have that I don't have? And I don't know if anybody wants to share their settings or whatever, or
Yes.
what kind of loadouts
So
do you
I'm gonna kind
It's
of
just
maybe we're
right
gonna
ahead.
skip around a little bit. I want to start with the settings, and I'm not saying I'm a pro at these settings, but I do know a decent amount. I've done a decent amount of research and kind of know what each of them do, and obviously it depends on how you play, right? His settings are gonna be different from mine because he uses a controller. My settings are gonna be different from Tenzin because he's cracked. There's just, and obviously you want to learn how to get there, right? Now, if let's say, I think Fox does.
And it depends too on the certain phone you have, right? Because I play on this big iPad Pro, so my settings might be a little different. Even my HUD's going to be different because I have a different.
Right. I agree, 100% agree. And I was about to go into that.
So,
and especially with an iPad, you have the opportunity to play with as many fingers as you have, right? Now, some people play with 2 fingers. I play with 4. Does it mean I'm better than somebody with 2? Not necessarily. Maybe they just have a way of just being able to click things faster, and that's something for you to decide. But how you move around your stuff is you go to custom layout right here, and I was just on there, and you can move these things around, right? You see this thing right here that I have here? This is the crouch button. Now, I can change the opacity like this. I can make it really bright or really, really light. And I like to go on the lighter side because I like to be able to see my opponents sometimes. Like if you have them too bright, you might not be able to see the opponent you're wanting to look for. Or, you have your map right here. You can have, and there, guys, and right there it says mini map settings. You can decide if you want it to show where you're running. If you want to show the direction that you're running, if you want the map to move around you, there's so many different settings, even with the little mini map that they have, right? And there's so many buttons on this screen that you kind of get overwhelmed a little bit, but you'll eventually.
Where'd you see that at?
Do you?
Click on the mini map itself?
Where'd you
Yeah,
see
click on the
that
mini
at?
map,
Oh,
and
click on the
there's
mini
mini
map
map
itself?
settings. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Oh,
So there's definitely things like that.
see?
And
never
you
knew
can
that.
save your cloud layout. Now I'm not going to press any buttons because the last time I did it, I messed it up. But you can definitely save your layouts in like, let's say you have a sniper layout. It's a little bit different than your SMG layout. You can do that. There is a bit available ways to do that, and you click this cloud layout thing, and it should help you out figure out what those layouts are. Like I said, there's a lot of.
Did you know that if you click on the cloud layout, it will give you a number, and if you send that number to somebody,
I
they
did know
can
that, yeah. So
look it up
like
and use
if
your
somebody
layout.
really wanted to figure out my 4-finger claw on my Android phone, it's a pretty big phone. This is a big Android phone.
My iPhone 13.
I mean, this is a big phone.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's
large. Oh, you want
okay.
the-
I messed
and
it up,
you
and I
the
ruined
stream.
everything. It should load up here back in a second. There it is.
Hey,
Um, Yeah, don't touch my phone. Don't touch my phone. No.
Don't pick your
Don't
phone
touch
up.
it. Don't touch it. Okay. Anyways, no, I'm just kidding. But no, you can make things like this. Like you can barely see that I have this, but if I make my opacity bigger, then you can see that I do have my analog stick there.
And why do you have yours like that?
Okay.
And
How do you
why
wait?
do
Did
you
you say
have
how
yours
do you?
like that?
The way he's.
Oh, how do I play it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Why?
is that your HUD? Is that your HUD layout right there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
here
is
I'm
that
gonna, I'm gonna
your
use
HUD
I'm gonna
is that
use
your
his
HUD
phone to
layout
show you
right
how
there?
I do it as I touch my phone again. I hate, I not perfect. Anyways, here,
like
you
you've
hold
done
this.
this before.
You hold this. Yeah. And this is how I play. This is exactly how I play, just like this. It's a little awkward, but I do. I play like this. I have my pointer fingers up, and I'm basically holding the phone with my middle finger and my ring fingers, basically. Like this is how I look. This is how I look when I'm playing. It's a little weird.
So your right hand.
So your right hand top
It'll
finger
control-
controls
Yep.
your
My reload,
jump,
my aiming, my
crouch,
Yep. And then my bottom right
reload.
thumb will change between like
Okay.
switching my weapon, throwing my grenades, and then the left is still shooting. On the top left is my shooting. On the bottom left is my movement. Now, obviously, this is all different than this guy right here, and he can kind of talk a little bit about his, but it's not very difficult.
Yeah, no, mine. I like we mentioned earlier. I play on controller, so my settings basically the only thing that's different from when we all played
Right.
any form of COD on PlayStation or Xbox. The only thing that I can adjust is sensitivity. It's standard right trigger fire, right bumper grenade, left trigger scope, all that jazz. Pretty classic.
That's why I like. That's why I like a controller.
That's why I like.
Exactly,
That's why I
yeah.
like a
I'm-
controller because I'm used to playing with a
But
controller. So I
There
like
is-
having the controller.
it's
But
faster with
there is,
I mean, the game.
I think it's just faster with finger. I mean, the game, there's that slight
I could tell
delay with the controller. I mean, I
Really?
could tell between the difference between controller and finger
And
because I just went back and forth, all the time, and I just think you can't spin around
It
as
depends on
fast.
your
I agree.
sense. Like
As you
on
can
my
with your
sensitivity,
finger.
I'm
There's just
able to
certain
turn
movements,
around
yeah.
fairly quickly. Like I haven't had any issues with it really.
Seriously, I think that's what it is with me and my older.
So you got young eyes too. See, I think that's what it is with me. My older eyes is just I can't focus
Fair.
on the other player or
Fair.
get them in my scope as fast as you.
I can see you guys.
You know, I think that's what pisses me off the most is that I can see you guys and I may get a shot, but you guys are just faster and blah blah blah, blah and then
I
you
feel
got
you.
that
I
little.
feel you.
So what my
coordination
suggestion to you,
go off
Spin,
these-
only shotguns. just play shotguns.
What, babe? What, babe?
Just
My wife says I keep looking for reasons to complain about my age.
My wife says I keep looking
dang,
for reasons
dang,
to
the wife's
complain
calling
about
you
my
out
age
like
all the
that?
time.
Oh, that's brutal.
She's the same age as me, so she says if I say I'm old, then she feels.
Well, she's the same age as me, so she says if I say I'm old, then she feels like she's
Let me
old.
see how
So
it
she always
is.
tells me
My
we're not
suggestion is just
old,
play with
damn
shotgun
it.
spin. You'll be fine. If they spin around too quickly, you'll just turn around. Boom. Yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead
I
and
love
go
the
ahead
shotgun,
to
man.
settings. Strider was saying I want to take auto fire off when using a
Shotgun.
sniper rifle, but keep it on for close combat. So here's gonna be my simple suggestion. I'm not sure if this is gonna be all the way that you're looking for, but if you go into custom layout, hopefully you're a finger controller. There's a button that I have hiding very far, very 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 far left in my screen. You can barely see it. I don't even know if I can grab it. I'm grabbing something else. I literally cannot grab it.
That's how far.
That's how far it is.
Very top left. It's that
If you-
little dark circle.
There's a little dark circle. It is literally the same thing as my bullet button. There it is right there, but it's tilted the other direction. What I see a lot of players do.
Right, and that's the one that
Yes, that's exactly what that does.
goes.
And hopefully
ADS
this kind of
automatic,
answers your
right?
question, Strider. Yeah. So
Right. That's what I used to play with all the time. Now I'm trying to play the other way where you have to actually hit the
yeah. That's
zoom
That's
or
what-
the
that's what I
scope
do,
button and shoot.
too as well. I
That's
just
what I'm
stick with
trying
that pretty much. What you can do is you can move those two buttons next to each other. See you later, Dylan. Peace out.
All right,
Appreciate you
Dylan,
chilling.
peace out, bud.
You can take those buttons and put them next to each other, and you can figure out how you're gonna press it. Like if you need it smaller or larger, or to the left, to the right. and it'll kind of help you make the decision between aiming down sights and not aiming down sights. Because I had that.
How do you have both of
Do you
them
have a
on the
controller?
screen at the same time? I can only have one on at the same time.
Oh, you play. Oh, you can
Oh,
definitely
you
have
can with
both on
my
the same
fingers.
one.
For me, on my original thing, the way it was,
Because I know if you go.
you know, on my original.
Because I mean, I know if you go.
finger control thing, the way it was for me was the auto ADS was on the right side, basically right below scope, and then the manual fire with no ADS was over on the left side above my movement, kind of where Lotus has it right now.
Literally cannot
So-
get it. I can't get it if I wanted
It's
to
fine.
try.
But yeah, no.
You don't have hide button
you
on.
can probably. Yeah, no, Strider. Yeah, Strider. What
That's
he's
not it.
trying to say is basically that your setup right now probably has two separate fire buttons on it. One of them is the one that Lotus has, really big but kind of see-through, and that's the no ADS, just fire. The other one is that little tiny blackish ball up in the top corner, and that is the one that you're probably using right now, where you auto ADS when you try to fire.
Like it'll aim in as you're shooting. What?
Exit out of your screen, Lotus. Just press exit real quick.
On your screen, on your COD screen, where it says exit.
Yeah. Yeah.
On your screen, on your COD screen, where it says exit.
One tap
Okay.
ADS.
You have it on
Tap ADS.
hipfire,
Yeah.
where it says one tap
Okay, what's the
ADS.
difference between that? Because mine's on
Right?
Hipfire.
Okay, what's the difference
Um,
between that?
great
Because mine's on
Let me
hipfire.
see what customize does. Oh, okay. So basically I think it's basically the difference. Maybe that's the button.
It might be.
I don't know. What happens?
Because when I put one tap ADS, when I click.
Well, because when I put one tap ADS, when I click on that and then I go to custom layout,
when I get my layout and I go
and
into
then
the game, and it only gives me
when I get my layout and I go into a game, and it only
Oh, I
gives me
see.
the button,
Right.
ADS.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
When I
you know, to ADS
You got
and
it.
shoot.
You just said it.
Same, and then when I put it on hipfire, and it gives me just the hipfire.
So
and
Strider, the
and then
audio
you gotta
with spin
auto-scope
thing,
yourself.
that's a me problem. Not it's not on him. It's actually on us. It's just our mics aren't at the same time. But yeah, basically spin exactly what you're saying. And Strider, this is even better. If you do custom, every single time you go into a sniper rifle, you can go into hipfire or you can go into ADS. So it'll give you the different button switches. I guess that's what we should have said. It'll give you the different button switches. So if you want to go hipfire, and you can see on the thing when I have the hipfire, the little circle changes. If you see the circle, that's like the blinking bullet. If you go here, this is the one where you tap it and it zooms in and starts shooting. Hipfire is you're just shooting it. So you can make it a custom one, which is probably what I should have mine on, where it's like shotguns. When you're doing, you aim, you hip fire. When it's everything else, you do an ADS. So hopefully that helps. I'm going to continue on because I do want to hit to other topics. But I want to finish this settings thing real quick. So I'm just going to go quickly through some of my multiplayer settings. So I do have aim assist on. If you don't have aim assist on, you're cracked. Like actually you are like you would have to be really, really good to not have aim assist on. It just gives you that little bit of an advantage. You have it off?
See, that's what my
Oh my
problem
gosh,
is.
man. And honestly, a lot of these are going to be up to you how you want to play this. If you want to be able to keep your auto sprint on, you can do that. I don't like auto sprint. Like when you pull forward on the sprint, it just keeps you running. I don't like doing that. I want to control every single movement that I have. If you want that, you don't care. Sure, there it is. I have fast throw grenade. I probably should put it on.
I like that. Where's that button at that Epic Normie just said? It's
Oh.
on auto fire.
Oh,
Just
goodness
automatically
gracious,
fires
auto
whenever it
fire.
sees it.
That sounds
I want that
awful.
button.
That either sounds
That sounds-
horrible or like you're cheating.
Yeah, I think it's awful. No, I've had it before. It's awful. It is awful. Yeah, if you have a small magazine and you can't aim back to aim where you're trying to go, you're done. But fix right fire button. Why do I have that? Fix position. I'm not sure what all these are. All of them, but I did a little bit of research in like why somebody did it. Jokesta is a really good person if you guys want to go check out that guy.
Oh, I'm
He's a
pretty
good COD
sure
player.
That just means if you were to click somewhere on the right screen, on the right half of the screen, it would fire.
Oh, got you.
Kind of like how the joystick on some, like you can have it so where if you
It's
just touch the
horrible.
left side of the screen, the joystick shows up right there.
Oh,
I
fair.
think it's that same thing.
Maybe
with
that's what
fire.
it is. Yeah, that makes sense. Hide prone button. So I have this off. I think if you have the prone button, I'm trying to remember. Okay, hold crouch to prone. I don't like that. I like to tap it because it's quicker. So if you have to, holding down to crouch, I feel like takes way longer than just tapping it. So I see why people do it because when you release it, they'll stand up automatically. So I have to tap it again for them to stand up again. But I like the control there.
What's ADS button? What's that?
80
Button for rotation.
What's ADS button?
aim down sight button for
What's that?
rotation.
ADS button for
Um,
rotation.
ADS button for rotation.
I don't know what that is.
No clue.
No clue.
ADS button.
Like I said, I
for
don't know a lot of
rotation. You
these.
have
This
it
is just
on
what
when
I'm
it's
running,
off.
and I think there's probably better information. Like if you go to support, probably it tells you more. And I like how some of these have the little question, like it says slide hint. When enabled, crouch button will switch to slide button while sprinting. They should put this on every single one of these, just so that new people know what they're doing. Because honestly, we are new people. We don't know I don't know what I'm doing. I just know that I've learned how to play this way with these buttons. But a lot of these are different for different people, right? Like we said, and controller sensitivity completely different as well.
I've watched a lot of.
I mean, I've watched a lot of YouTube videos on trying to figure out what all this stuff means. Nobody really knows. They just kind of say, I put it this way and I put it this way, or I just leave it at default. And it's like, I really want to know what all this stuff is. I mean, does anybody in the chat does theirs differently? Why they do it differently? Does it make you faster in some kind of way? Is that why you guys kick my butt every time? I get frustrated because I practice this game and practice, and I want to get better, but it seems like it feels to me like I'm getting better, but then I get in a tournament, like, and I think it has to do with I'm not used to one-on-one, used to being in a group of people and just running around and shooting people with their backs turned, so on and so forth. You know what I mean?
Maybe that ADS
You don't really
button
gotta
for
aim that well
rotation
to
is
shoot
just what
somebody in their
makes
back.
Fox better. Like he has it off somehow, and somehow that just makes him better.
Yeah.
Like you get good at the game when you turn that button off.
All right, so I have a couple more I want to talk about, and then we're gonna dip from this part. Weapon inspection, very very just I don't know, like it's just customizable. If you want to check out your weapon while you're playing the game, you can do that. It's not necessarily something you need. I like it, kind of show off my weapon. Yeah, one tap weapon switch button. I did not have this on until like last week, and it is glorious. It is one button where you can switch between your weapons instead of clicking between your secondary and your weapon. That drove me nuts. I'm so glad I found this. For you it's triangle. Good for you. For me, I have to find a button, so I found the button for that. Let's keep going. Weapon inspect while sprinting. I don't need that. I guess it's cool. If you want to have your teammates markers,
Where's this at?
I'm in basic right now. Spin. And
Where's this
Yeah.
at?
so I'm like I don't know 10 rows down.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so one tap weapon switch button.
Weapon switch. So,
Oh, weapons.
So that one's pretty good. It's just
One button weapon
just so that
switch.
you
So
can switch
okay,
click
got
one button
that.
and switch the
Turn
weapon
that
instead
on.
of having to
I like
click
that.
the
All right, go
secondary
ahead.
or the primary. So it just makes it a little quicker switching between your weapons, trying to run faster. A lot of these are very up to you, like weapon inspect while sprinting / jumping. Like you don't really need that. Weapon inspecting is just for fun. It is literally to no advantage to you to play it that way. Sync 80.
The disadvantage. Are they looking at their gun and not concentrating on shooting?
But is it a disadvantage? Are they
It might
looking
be.
at their gun and
It
not
might be. I think
concentrating
it
on
will.
shooting?
Like if
Does
you're,
it
I don't know
slow
if you
down
can
try to shoot
cancel
somebody?
inspection. I haven't tried that yet.
Cancel reload. I hope you can cancel inspection.
I don't know. I've never tried it, so I don't know. Bullet trail effect and low graphics quality. Like, it just shows the bullets. Like, do you need that? No, but could you? Sure. One tap ADS fire. It's up to you. Mistouch prevention. I have off, but I guess it says when enabled, an accidental touch to the screen's edge will ignore after multiple touches. So if you keep touching the side of the screen for some reason, like the corners, it'll stop you from, like, exiting on accident or something.
Accidentally
Pulling down your settings or something. Yeah, it's nothing crazy. Hit sound enhancement. You can do that if you would like. Like it just makes sound when you do hit markers and stuff. Next thing, weapon performance while ADSing. I don't really do anything with this. I have no idea. These are probably my default settings. Weapon performance, same thing. I don't know what that is either. Damage number. I love this one. This is damage number. It's one of the next sections. Really cool. If you put it on, it'll show you how much damage you're doing to the opponent. So, right, we're out of 100 HP. So, if you're shooting somebody and you see a 42 pop off of their body, but then they hide, they are halfway down. It kind of gives you the difference between should I push this person or should I stay where I'm at, and that can help you. It also show you can also change your damage number transparency. So if you need to see it really well, I do it at 100 because it doesn't really bother me. But if you want to see it lower, everything's transparency in this game. How much of the corner do you need to see? How much of the person do you need to see? The more transparent you keep things, the better for hiding stuff. The higher it is, the worse to see stuff, but you can see it. So that's, I don't know. ADS, this one says tap to ADS. So I do tap to ADS. That means I tap a button and then I aim down sights. You can do tap and hold to ADS, which is when you're literally holding the button to tap and hold ADS. You can do hybrid ADS, which I think it just depends on what kind of gun you're using. And then there's double tap ADS, which I don't know who would ever want to do that. Why not? Why tap it twice when you could just tap it once? Yeah, it sounds very inefficient, but you know, maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe another game has it and they needed to add it. Slide. I do tap crouch while sprinting instead of, let's see, hold crouch while sprinting. Yeah, I'm not a fan of anything holding. That's why I have a lot of tap things. One tap to crouch, but I also have to tap the crouch to stand back up. Some people like it where they can hold down the crouch, and when they're not holding it down, they're standing back up. So it depends on, it's a very personal preference. I took off always sprint. I do not like always sprinting. I very highly dislike it.
Why is that?
Because if you get stuck sprinting and all of a sudden you need to stop and you can't get your finger back down fast enough, you're just stuck sprinting in a straight line. Or you might hit a wall and you're just running in a wall. So it's advantageous on BR because you'll have long lengths of time where you're just running across the map. But when you're in small close quarters, you don't want to lock in your sprinting because you're not going to be sprinting in one direction for more than, I don't know, 3 seconds. I don't know. Like
you don't want to be sniping. Try to move forward a little bit and accidentally drag it a little too far.
So it
so
all the way up.
yeah,
locks
so when you're all the
in
way
when
up,
you
it'll lock it in. Yeah,
it
so
locks in when
I guess
though?
if you
When
know
you're all
what
the way
you're
up,
doing
right?
with your finger, that's fine, perfect. Like as long as you're pulling forward, not too far, then you'll be fine. But
yeah.
Let's see. What are we looking at? Okay. Yeah, we're gonna be done with settings because we're kind of going way over time. I'm gonna give you a little bit of. Oh, do you have the thing? Can you pull up the thing? We'll talk about some of our favorite guns.
Okay, one more question. What's the gyroscope?
Oh,
Okay, gyroscope's awful. I think.
Okay,
it
one
is
more
awful.
question. What's the
Basically,
gyroscope?
what gyroscope is? You've ever played a Wii before? Have you ever played Wii? Okay, so it's basically like when you move your phone, it moves with you. But it's only very.
Oh, that's why it does that with my iPad. Okay.
Yep.
So it's very.
Oh,
very
that's why it does that with my iPad. Okay. Yeah. I was wondering why. I was like, why is this
Yeah,
thing
it's
moving?
very. I don't
iPad,
like
was
it because I think it
"Cunning?
takes my aim off, and
going
I'm
up
one of
and
those
down."
people that does lean when they're
Oh
like
my gosh.
when they're trying not to get. I'm trying not to get shot. I'll like lean
Just
back a
ducks
little bit.
out of the
Like I'll
way.
try and duck with my phone. Like so, if I did that with the gyroscope, I would be so much more dead than I already usually am. So I try not to do the gyroscope at all personally. Fox says gyroscope is cracked for BR, but I personally can't use it since I'm playing laying down. Yeah, it's a little bit more difficult if you're playing laying down, but I don't really love it. That's just me. But yeah, that's a big one.
I'm gonna turn mine off.
Good call.
Good call. I've seen some
I'm
pros
gonna
use
turn mine
gyroscope.
off.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know either because it's
Yeah.
like
Good
maybe
enough.
maybe like a flick of a sniper. Like maybe you're aiming down sights and you like move up your phone to like get that last little like maybe they move to the side or something and you can get that last little bit. But like that's about it. Like other than that, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is awful.
Yeah.
Like I sneeze and I'm just like like I don't know where I am. Yeah.
At the ground.
Yeah, I'm looking at the ground and I'm like, where am I? Do I need to look up? Do I need to look down? Do I need to look side to side? So I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that. But okay, let's go quickly. Maybe our top favorite gun. Spin, do you have a favorite gun?
Oh
go ahead.
gosh.
The gun I'm rocking right now is the EM2.
Okay.
The gun I'm rocking right now is the EM2. That's the one I'm
Okay,
trying to get
alright.
to diamond.
EM2.
But
That's a
that's
cool
my
gun.
favorite,
Right
and
about,
it's
right
assault
about now for
EM2.
me, I've been rocking the Bison pretty heavy. It's an SMG. I've been really enjoying it. I don't even have attachments on it yet, but like very low, not like kickback, like recoil. Like your sights tend to stay. It's pretty easy to control where your sights stay, so you can be fairly accurate. For an SMG, it has a massive clip size. It has a 64 clip size, I think.
That's the base.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
crazy.
the base clip size. The reload speed is an SMG reload speed. It's just bang bang. You're right there. You get 64 bullets back on a Bison faster than you get 32 bullets back on an M4.
Yeah.
Like
That's true.
and the damage output, the fire rate is so fast. Like I've been enjoying the Bison a lot. So
I like the Bison too. I think it was really cracked when it first came out, and I think people really enjoyed it. And I think people still think of it as like one of those top guns. I don't know if it's still, maybe it's like top 5 in its genre. What do you want to call it? Category.
yeah.
But it's like, it's pretty good. I think my number one gun right now. Okay.
Oh,
So
geez.
we were just
Here we
talking.
go.
We were here we go. We were just talking about we were talking about snipers. Fox mentioned, I love the Locust, right? And he was trying to figure out what to use, and Spin, might be trying to figure out what to use. And after, I just loved the Locust so much that I was like, this is my gun. This is my gun. And then I decided, you know what? Let me just try something different. See if I'll like something. And then I realized that the Locust is oh so mid right now, which makes me so sad because it used to be really cracked. But I freaking love this LW3 Tundra. This gun right here, oh my gosh, it feels quick. It feels light. It feels like, a 7-round mag on a sniper rifle is pretty decent too. I'm not having to reload all the time. It's just one of those things I really enjoy. I really enjoy this LW3 sniper.
I think my problem with sniper guns is that I try to be too perfect on the sights. I try to get it dead, and when I see most you guys play and you're quick sniping, it's like
We just
you're just
honestly, we just aim down
I don't
sights
know,
really
scoping
quickly. I
and
mean, obviously
shooting.
we try and
It's
set our
just
crosshairs to be where the person is, but it's not okay for me. It's not that easy, but I have my moments where I'm just hitting these like ridiculous shots that you don't normally see. Things you'll see from Tenzin and Fox all the time, but things you won't see like every other day players, every 3-day players just doing. And I thoroughly enjoy doing it. It is very satisfying. But sometimes you just gotta let it. You just gotta let you just gotta let it ADS and just boom.
I mean, I've tried. Like I, I just. I mean, I guess it's just gotta let it go.
That's fair,
just.
and that's
And
fair. I
I've
mean, there's
tried,
probably tips out
and
there,
it's
but
just, I don't know,
obviously,
it's just hard for me. But and I'm trying. I try. It's like that's my most hated weapon is a sniper, and it's just
yeah.
like I
Sometimes
just
you just
can't.
gotta let it fly.
As I
Like
said, I
there
guess
are
I'm just
times
trying
where
to
I
be too
miss, and it's
perfect.
fine. I mean, sometimes I'm like, bruh, how did I miss that? But there's also times where it's like, dang, that felt good. And once you figure it out, and it's not something I'm perfect. I haven't perfected it. Like otherwise, I'd be running sniper tournaments. I'm not there yet. But am I above average? I think I'm a little bit above average. I have my moments where I'm sniping. It's when we get into close quarters that I have sniper issues. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. But and I'm still trying to learn that part, and that has more to do with my
Right.
my mobility than it has to do with anything else. Epic says my quick scoping against bots is greater. Great. A flex.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is from you.
No, that's from Tenzin.
No, it's for you.
No, that's
Look.
all for you, dog. Yeah, let's see what you got, big guy. Here, let me get up there. He's got more mass. I've got more definition. Let me.
Yeah, dude, this guy's definition is like crazy. It's like, look at this. Ready? Boom. Look at that. That thing is crazy.
That's what I'm working with right now.
Like
his is way bigger, but. Yeah.
Oh, there's Spin. Get it, Spin. Get it. That's a 3. There we go.
Oh, Epic's got the flex.
There
for
it
me.
is.
Thanks, Epic.
There it
Yeah.
is. There it is.
There you go,
There it
baby.
is.
I know. Now, we're not lifting tonight anymore.
We're not lifting.
Ow, that hurt.
That's our lift. That's our lift.
I can't even
Alright.
flex. It hurts.
Perfect. So
Tenzin keeps wanting to recruit me
That's
to
true.
his
It is
team.
hard.
man.
It is hard to
little
get.
tough.
Anyone know
All
what
right.
Finn is looking for a clan
Now
to
we're gonna
join?
hit some maps and some modes.
Epic funny enough tonight is legs.
It is actually leg day. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and do maps. Or no, we'll do modes first.
Hit some modes.
We'll do modes first. What are your? And we'll go to the big. We'll do the big five.
Yep.
We'll do the
Right here.
big five. Perfect.
I only have.
That is training.
I am not in ranked. There
You're
we
okay, buddy.
go.
All
There we
right.
go.
So you got the big five. Perfect. He has them.
Yep.
So here's the big five. You got hard point. If you're a fan of getting obliterated in one area, this is your mode. Okay. Hard point is a spot where one whose spot
Is somebody
is somebody
reading?
speaking? I'm not sure.
I'm sorry, that might be my.
Oh no, it's all good. It's all good. So hard point.
I'm sorry, that
is
might be my
basically a
wife.
spot
My
on
wife.
the map where you have to try and control that area, and it is. It's something. It is something. It is very difficult.
I am not a fan of hardpoint.
We have been getting rocked in
At
hardpoint.
all.
Ranked hardpoint is like not fun
I did
for
go
me.
43-0 in a game of hardpoint earlier today, but that was against bots, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, not usually a big fan of that one. Domination is a little bit better. You have like 3 spots you try and control, and you get points for however long you control those spots. So if you control 2 out of 3 the entire game, you win the entire game. That's it. It's as simple as that. Get yours, get your spawn point, and get the middle one. If you can control the middle one, you're usually cruising. Frontline, as far as I know,
Frontline is very similar to Team Deathmatch,
Yep.
except you play to 2 rounds of 30, and there's no such thing as spawn flipping. You spawn at the same point every single
on your
time,
half, on your half.
your half of the map, and then once you hit 30, your
You switch
spawns flip,
That's it.
and that is it.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's Team Deathmatch.
TDM is a little frustrating only because the spawns can flip, and you're just
Yeah.
like, oh man. As soon as you control one area, you're like, where is everybody? And then they're just there.
I'm that really annoying guy that just runs until he finds people, so I'm the guy that flips the spawns.
He has killed me at
killed him
least
so
3
many
times.
times.
He flips the spawns. I'm chilling in my spawns, doing my sniping thing, and then I get rocked. And I'm just like, there's a guy behind me just chilling. There's like the whole squad's behind me. There's like 4 guys right here. I'm like, okay, cool, great, GG's. And then I flip spawns, and by the time I get back, he's already back to the other side, and it's awful. But I do like TDM. It is just kills to 50. But in my opinion, I don't know what's your guys' favorite?
I'm a big TDM guy, but that's just because that's all I used to play when I was younger on the PlayStation. That I would only play TDM. So
Yeah.
I never played any Search and Destroy. I never played any Frontline. I was a big gun game guy, but that's not on our list right now.
That's fair, yeah.
So
Spin, you got a favorite?
I'll say the one that I hate the most is Search and Destroy.
I-
just don't enjoy
I'll say the one that I hate the most is Search and Destroy. I just don't enjoy Search and Destroy. I think it's too quick of a game most of the time.
yeah,
That's fair.
just kill. That's
I
it.
like Team Deathmatch and free for all.
Yeah,
As long as it's on, it's the map that I guess that it's on, because right now I'm just I'm so sick of shipment. It's just you're getting 8 to 10 people on shipment.
I do
or
agree that
whatever,
I
and
think
it's
the
just-
mode does depend on
just
the map
not-
sometimes.
I
I think if
just
I'm
hate
picking
it.
a mode in general, I think he agrees. It's probably hard point of these 5 that are our least
yeah,
favorite.
That's my number. 5.
And I never. What you said? TDM's your favorite.
Yeah.
Spin says TDM his favorite, but Search and Destroy is his least favorite. I love Search and Destroy. That is my number 1 play mode probably, and it's not even close.
Mhm.
Honestly, I just like that. I like Search and Destroy because it's probably the most competitive I think of the bunch. Like TDM, you get to revive. Frontline, you get to revive. Domination, you get to revive. Hardpoint, you get to revive. Search and Destroy is you die that round, you are out, and you are waiting for your teams and your opponents to hopefully do their thing. But and it matters. Your life really matters. I think, and that's in my opinion. It's very. It's just more competitive. As how I feel. It's how I feel. It's more competitive with TDM and Frontline, Domination, Hardpoint. You can kind of camp. Like
Yeah.
low key, you can camp in all those modes. You're not saying you can't camp in Search and Destroy, but it is a little bit harder, especially at the beginning of the game. Maybe
depending on the map.
depending on the map as well. Obviously, there's a lot more openness, but Okay, least favorite map of all.
Oh, my least.
He said
favorite
He said
map?
Hardpoint. He said. Oh no, sorry. He said Shipment. What is yours?
Express.
Express is your least
Easy.
favorite.
Express. I hate
Express.
it. I can't stay. Every time we go to load up a game and I end up on Express, I am tempted to just quit. Like right there.
Is that the one with the trains? Right?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
Is that the
dude,
one with
it's
the
just,
trains,
like,
right?
Like there's so many little like
What's wrong with that one? I
little
like that map.
windows that
That's a
dudes
cool
like
map.
to sit in and just obliterate you.
So, what you're saying is you die a lot on it.
Yes.
That is the map that
Don't-
I die.
But what you're
the
saying is you
most
die
on.
a lot on that.
I'll get easy 15 kills on any other map. You put me on Express, I'm lucky to get 10. Like it's bad.
See, I don't think any of the modes we're specifically talking about has
Your least favorite.
has my least favorite. If I had to pick mine, it's Rust. I just
Yeah,
the way it looks, just like physically, the way the map looks. Like, you know how they do like 3 different versions of Nuketown? I'm waiting for them to do a new version of Rust. Like, I would love to see what maybe a more colorful Rust looks like. And I get the point of the map. It's Rust, and it's like dirt and it's all garbage. I do not like it. I don't. It is visually unpleasing in my opinion. That is one part of it. I don't hate how it's formed. If I had to pick it based off just like, forget about the color, forget about how it looks, just like the actual like map design, I'd probably have to say, oh man, it's hard because I'm looking at all these maps. I'm like, not all of these are awful. I guess for me, Express is up there for sure. I think Crossroads Strikes. We had a game like 2 days ago or yesterday or whatever, where they were just camping that room across the bridge, and I was just like,
it's so easy to camp that.
and I like it because the sniping lane, and I like the other side. But man, it's like it's the easiest. I swear it's the easiest spot to camp. It is the easy. You just throw a grenade down the hallway.
I just hate. I mean, right now sniper guns are.
Would you say?
The meta or what?
I just hate
snipers.
I mean, right now
think
sniper
snipers- okay,
guns
so
are what?
here's
Are the
a
meta
little
or what?
insight.
Because everybody's got a sniper gun these days.
Snipers are okay. You can only have one sniper on your professional Call of Duty mobile team, because every single professional Call of Duty mobile player said it was too broken to have an entire team of snipers. That is literally a part of their rules. Only one person on each of the Call of Duty Mobile Pro Tour teams or whatever can have a sniper. Each team, one sniper. That's it. Snipers are just automatically better. The fact that you can quick scope at the same rate that somebody else could fire 60 bullets. Now, I'm exaggerating, but the point is, it's just like one shot, boom, they're dead. And sometimes it's not even a headshot. Like, you can just body shot them, and that's it. Done.
Like stomach up.
Stomach up. Yeah.
It's just I mean, I love the game and I love playing it, and it's just.
Yeah, it's just I mean, I love the game and I love playing it, and it's just I don't know, when I get on a map and you got that one person that knows that one secret spot that they could just sit in and snipe everybody from, and no matter what you do, you because they're just in that spot where you throw anything at them, you can't get to them, or you might get to them 1 out of 10 times. That's what frustrates me. It's like, okay, dude. Right, exactly. You know, you're just like, come on, man. I mean,
yeah, Melee's a little bit brutal too,
that
for
just
sure.
runs around trying to melee
I think we've pretty
I
much hit everything. Yeah,
that
pretty
way.
much this. So, I think we get. Or anything else you want to talk about, Spin? Kind of hit some guns. Loadouts, okay.
Remember, I wanted to talk about
the loadouts
the perk.
real quick.
Yeah, I don't know why it does
There
it.
you go.
Remember, I wanted to talk
Yeah,
about
go ahead, Spin.
the perk things or whatever. What was I talking about?
You know, on every gun, when you
Well, you know, on every gun, when you go to the loadout, you have the muzzle, barrel, optic, stock, your grip, ammunition, underbarrel, laser, and then there's this perk button that you get a perk for each one. And I mean, I never knew. I mean, I know FMJ is full metal jacket, but all these other ones, sleight of hand, wounding, I never knew what any of these did until last night when I was talking with these guys to get ready for the stream. Trem said, just take where it says damage and all that and swipe it to the left. It says increased bullet penetration damage. So I was like, oh, okay, now I know what these do. I never knew what these sleight of hand, reduced load time, wounding. What's it say? Damaging the enemy slows their HP recovery for a short time. Just all these little things. Like I said, I never really got into any of this
I
stuff.
think
I'm
I think
starting
it
to get
depends on
into
what
it,
kind
and I
of
just
gun
have
you're
a lot of
using.
questions.
Like
So
I think
I
sleight
mean,
of hand
just
could be
you
important
know,
to guns that are like
go ahead.
LMGs, but do you really need to have a fast reload when you have 100 bullets in your mag? Maybe not. Maybe you need a sleight of hand to maybe you need a sleight of hand because you have a really small magazine and you need to make sure that you're getting, your 20 bullets
Exactly.
reloaded as quick as possible. Things like that. Or, I see disable a decent amount of times. If you shoot somebody in the legs, it'll slow them down a little bit, which is kind of nice. It slows down their pace. Hitting an enemy's legs slows them down. It's pretty much tough. Things like that. One that I see a lot, and it's not with these necessarily, with these perks, but with these perks. There's perks at the beginning of your loadout. It says perk right here. There's a bunch of these: the red one, the blue one, and the green one. These are what you should, I think, are arguably more important as perks on your gun or on your body, I guess I should say, because the perks that you're talking about, Spin, are for your gun. These perks are for your character, basically. So, like, what's the one that I use the most here? Lightweight's pretty important. It makes your sprinting speed increase at 5%, and fall damage is reduced. You could do something like that. Iron Lungs is cool. It holds your breath for a steadier sniper shot. So let's say you're aiming down sights, but your sniper kind of moves a little bit too much. You can put this on there, and it'll slow that down. Other ones that I've seen in the past, ones that I use, and one that a lot of people use, Dead Silence is probably the easily one of the best ones. Grant silent movement while walking, crouching, or going prone. Sound spread distance becomes shorter while sprinting. So if you're sprinting, people are going to hear you no matter what, pretty much. But if you're slowly walking or proning or crouching, now they won't be able to hear it at all. When normally you can hear a little bit of that movement. Alert, I do not like this one, but it has been popular in the past. Shows a general location of enemies on the minimap as they approach. So it'll kind of give you like a little like yellow blinking light on which direction your opponent is coming from, which is kind of neat. I don't know how big that is. I don't have this one unlocked, although it says activate for 5. What does that mean? Oh, I have 150 of these. Okay. High alert. Your vision pulses when enemies outside of your view. So like it'll like blink a little yellow on the right side of your actual screen instead of your mini map for this one. What other ones are pretty big? Vulture. I like to use Vulture in TDM matches. And Vulture's like I think your default one. Basically, you can pick up other people's weapon. And it gives you 20 HP more, so it's kind of cool. Toughness is one of the most popular ones that I use for snipers. Basically, when I get shot at as a sniper, it reduces your flinch. Like, because when you get shot at, your character will move when you're aiming down sights. So this reduces it by 60%, which is a ton. So if you're trying to aim and you just can't get that aim because somebody's shooting at you, this will give you a little bit more of an advantage there. What's another one? There's one that I'm missing. Ghost. Ghost is very popular. So is Cold Blooded. These are the two things that get you away from like heartbeat sensors, and it gets you away from UAVs and things like that. So that kind of helps. Quick fix. Hunter killer drones. Yep. Quick fixes are nice. Gun, melee, and combat axe kills will regenerate your health to 100%. Apparently, triggered once every 2 seconds. Capture the holding objectives, increases health and regeneration. So kind of helps you. You get a kill with a melee weapon, it'll help you get recovered when they shoot you a couple times or something like that. So, anything else? I think we're looking good, Spin.
For the COD, yeah.
Guess
Yeah.
there's one more thing. If you hit inventory, this is where all your crates are.
Oh yeah, find all your crates.
Yeah, find all your crates.
Yeah.
Skins.
So if that's something you're looking
I never
forward
knew
to,
that. I was like,
Yes. I never knew that. I was like, yeah,
So
I was
I-
like, I had like 20 crates I didn't open. I was like, oh, nice. Yes, like I said, I started just clicking on a bunch of stuff, and now I'm
Yep,
finally
that's
figuring
fair.
out
clicking on
a lot more things than I used to. I guess it's
All
all
right,
about
so
taking your time.
I'm gonna-
COD segment.
Yep,
And
I'm gonna
clicking
go
on it
ahead
and
and
reading.
move on to the next section
So-
here.
Oh, Gary, real quick while we're in a little downtime, I did see your comment earlier. My all-time best mile was I think about 555.
Which is cracked. I can't
but
believe that.
my probably right about now I'm probably hitting a cool 650 to 7.
You're
Would be a good mile for me right now. But when I'm like in season, that type of stuff, I can probably get it down closer to the 6-minute mile.
A good mile for me right now would be at 8 minutes. Like I am not that fast. Anyways, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the next part of this.
Everybody's favorite.
Everybody's
part.
favorite part. Yep, Banter's challenge. This is when one banter reaches 5 total wins on the challenges throughout the series, which we're gonna do a bunch of. The other 2 banters will receive a punishment. And we will be doing at least one of these a stream. Today we only did 1. Last week we did 2. We did Lotus versus Spin. Spin won that one. And we did Lotus versus Shrem. Lotus destroyed that one. And no, I'm just kidding. I'm just saying that for fun.
It was 3-2.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
You guys couldn't even know what you guys didn't even know what the cards were.
I know, awful.
In
awful.
reality, Spin obliterated us.
You guys
Yeah,
couldn't even
yeah,
know what
Spin
you guys
won that
didn't even know what
round.
the cards were.
But this
What are you
week
talking
it is
about?
Shrem
I
versus
stumped- I should
Spin.
have won that one.
And I guess for me in general, I guess I'm hoping that Shrem wins only so that it's all even. You know, I don't want to get Spin to 5. I got to get to 5. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm rooting for Shrem slightly. But honestly, it doesn't matter because I'm going to get to 5 before both of them. So,
Actually, yeah, we should have gave Fox a point on the MTG card.
facts. We should have gave Fox one.
killed us.
Fox gets. Oh, you know what? We could
Actually,
do
yeah,
that.
we
We could
should've
let
gave
we
Fox
could let
the
them
point on
choose
the
who gets the
MTG
extra
card.
point.
She was guessing.
Just anyways, I'm
She was
just kidding.
guessing.
Epic, never bring up Graph Reaver in this chat ever again.
Yeah, Graph Reaver, I'm gonna put as a bad
I
term.
never, yeah,
There you
Graph
go.
Awful
Reaver is an
card.
automatic ban in every tournament for the rest of the time.
Yes,
If
if you don't.
Yeah,
Oh, we can do that too.
Oh, no, yeah,
I've
you
definitely
make it-
done something
make
like
it,
that.
A tournament where we have
Yeah,
to have
yeah,
that
yeah,
card.
for sure.
That is
Deck building
fun.
challenge, baby. All right, y'all. Okay, we're gonna go into the
Let's do
rules real
this.
quickly. Okay, 8 questions, 1 minute to answer all 8 questions for each participant. Shrem and Spin. Shrem will leave the room momentarily, and Spin will answer the questions first. This is basically like Fast Money and Family Feud, if you've ever seen that. Basically, I'm gonna ask 8 questions, give him a minute to answer all of them, and then he can also do the exact same ones because they're not on the same team. It's just going to be point based, right? So scores will be shown after both participants have answered all the questions. Feel free to participate in chat. I will be hiding the chat, though. Keep that in mind. I will be hiding this chat. So if you're trying to get my attention, apologies. But I'm trying to make sure that he doesn't get to see it because he's right here, and I don't want people to be throwing in answers during spin session and then him come back and be like, oh, hey, cool, pick those ones. So I will be hiding the chat. So apologies if I do not answer your stuff. I'll give that to Spin to check out people's answers as soon as it's done, as soon as we're done with my minute. So, Shrem, without further ado, adios.
I'll see you guys soon. Best of
Also,
luck, Spin.
Remind me to text him because he's going to have headphones in to get him to come back into the room. So anyways, yeah, all right, bye. Okay, all right, y'all. So let me go ahead and get the questions up and get the timer rolling for Spin. Spin, are you excited? Are you ready?
yeah.
There are going to be random questions there.
First time you've done this quite a few times, right?
Yeah,
I've done
yeah.
Family Feud stuff, but not with a speed
I think this is
question,
the
not
first
with a
time
speed.
You've done this quite
element
a few
to
times,
it.
right? I mean, if you
So
Are they gonna come out on the screen here?
nope, I'm gonna ask you. You just gotta listen to my voice and answer the questions.
are they
Kinda
gonna
just
come
like
out
Steve
on
Hart.
the
Have you
screen
seen
here
Family Feud
on
at the end?
Discord screen, or are you just gonna ask?
Yeah. So it's just like that, but it's 8 questions and you get a whole minute instead of 20 seconds for 5 questions. Okay.
Yeah.
And I gotta remember to write them down as well. So let me get something to write those down with.
Yep.
I'm going to hide the questions on here really quickly. So let me do this. The Banter's Lounge. Perfect. Alrighty. Let me get ready. You ready, Spin? We're gonna start the minute here in a second. All right. I'm gonna count down. The timer will start when I ask my first
I'm ready.
questions. When I ask my first question. So for example, one of the questions could be like, "Who's the best football team?" You'd answer Broncos, and then that's it. And then I'll move on to the next question.
Hold on 1 second. I can see all the questions. I don't want to.
Oh wait, you can see all the questions. Oops,
Hold on.
my bad.
hold on.
I didn't really think
Hold
about
on,
that.
I can see all the questions. I don't.
All right, cool. All right, here we go.
Right, go ahead.
Name a movie
Okay, no, I
that
just changed
frequently
screens.
gets
so I'm good.
remade.
I changed screens. Go ahead.
Ghostbusters.
Okay. Name things people lie about on resumes.
Ghostbusters.
Work history.
Name something you might accidentally leave in a cab.
Work history.
Your phone.
Name a sport with the toughest athletes.
Your phone.
Rugby.
Name a popular color for a car.
Rugby.
Name a fruit you might find in a smoothie.
Red.
Bananas.
Name a fast food restaurant.
McDonald's.
Bananas.
Name a type of flower.
Rose.
McDonald's.
Nice. All right. Coolio. So those were some of the answers, and
Rose.
I'm gonna try and type them. Oh, hold on. I gotta exit off of this, don't I? I'm gonna try and type them on here as we talk. So in general, that wasn't too bad, right, Spin?
Ah, that was good.
That was good. So just to review, just to go over it really quickly as I'm typing them out as well.
Ah, that was good.
I said name a movie that frequently gets remade. You said Ghostbusters. The next one was work history for people that lie on a resume. What do they lie about? You said work history. I'm gonna put them up slowly. You said what might you accidentally leave in a cab? You said phone. Name a sport with the toughest athlete. You said rugby. Name a popular color for a car. You said red. Name a fruit you might find in a smoothie. Banana. I'm kind of interested to see how this shakes out. Honestly, with Shrem, we'll see what his answers are. You said name a fast food restaurant. Of course, you got to go with the king of them all, McDonald's, right? And name a type of flower, and we're gonna go ahead and put rose on there. And let's see what we got here. Oh, I gotta change all these. And I'm gonna show it on screen for you guys real quick, just so you can kind of see. I'm still editing them slightly, and I do not have the points up there yet. Hope to get the points up momentarily. Spin, I'm gonna kind of have you do your final thoughts for the stream ish now. Just kind of a roundabout, maybe something we didn't hit on that you want to talk about a little bit, or something we did hit on you want to show off a little bit more.
No, I just like I said earlier, I mean, throughout the whole stream, it's just that
I just like I said earlier, I mean, throughout the whole stream, it's just that
Oh yeah, there's so much. There's so much.
I want to do a COD stream like this because there's a bunch of stuff, like I said, that I still don't know. And I mean, just the guys in the chat, the guys that are good at COD. I'm looking for any pointers you guys can do. Anything, settings to guns to loadouts to whatever. You guys know I'm not the best at this game. My aim is just totally off and all that stuff. But I mean, seriously, if you guys could help me out in any way, send me a DM. Discord DM me, say, hey man, try this loadout or try this gun, try this setting here, maybe it'll help you this and that. But I'm just looking for some pointers just to help me out, so I could get maybe a half a bolt, a quarter of a bolt, maybe 0.2 of a bolt. I don't care, anything in COD Mobile, because headphones is a must. So I know that, Fox. I got my headphones on. I tell when I play it, my wife's like, why you get your headphones in? I need to hear the footsteps.
I need to start putting
everybody around me.
But I got to figure out how to make that work with the stream stuff. Do you go with headphones when you're playing COD? Like when you're on stream?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Do I play with headphones?
Yeah, I just plug my headphones into the speakers to the
Yeah.
computer.
Nice. Heck
Yeah, I just plug my headphones into the speakers to the
Yeah, you always had a problem with your
the
audio.
computer.
I know it's like the biggest. It's like the biggest thing. I don't know what it is either.
I don't. Yeah, you always had a problem with your audio though with COD, right?
I don't know. We've tried. I think you only had audio
Right.
maybe a couple times.
So yeah.
I don't know. I thought you
I don't know. We've tried. I think if you only had audio maybe a couple times, as I remember. I don't know.
I do.
I thought you saw.
It's kind of hard.
I think you said it was your phone at one time.
Oh, for sure. That's even
But you need to
way,
get that
way
fixed,
harder too.
because without audio, it's kind of hard.
So Spin,
Battle Royale,
I'm
you
giving
need
you
to
a
get that
total
audio.
score, and I know you don't know, but it'll be good for you guys to hear it. You have a score of 196, which is I don't know what the highest you can get. Let's see.
How many?
7.
Rugby got 5? Are you kidding me? Come on.
Buster's got.
Oh, you can see the
zero.
scores. LOL.
Rugby
I was
got
like, how can you
5?
see
Are you
this?
kidding me? Come on.
I guess I should have asked you. I mean, what are you basing these off of?
This is just Family
I
Feud
guess I should.
questions.
I guess I
Most
should
popular
ask
answers,
you.
just like Family
I
Feud
mean,
is.
what are you basing these off of?
How do you? Oh, they're just assigned. Like I found like a
I know,
website.
but where? How do you get in the points?
These are I took them from 3 different areas. To be fair.
Okay, so you have
All
a
right.
website. It's all based
So
off a website.
Text Shrimp.
Yep. Oh yeah. Text Rem. Maybe I can yell for him. Hold on.
Don't forget the text shrimp.
The white. Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Before
Oh wait.
he
Don't
comes,
look.
this is
Don't
how it
look.
went. I
Don't
got
look. Hold on.
Ghostbusters
Don't look for a
0,
second.
Work history.
I forgot to move this. I'm gonna move it. Oh nope. Can't do that either.
Oh.
Hold on. Don't look.
Don't look. Don't look.
Well, have him stand behind the computer screen because he can still hear you. He just won't see the screen. He doesn't need to see the screen.
Hold on. Don't.
Well, have him stand behind the computer
Okay,
screen.
you're right. You're right.
He can
You're
still
totally
hear
right.
you.
Here.
He just won't see the screen. He doesn't need to see the screen.
He's here. He's here. Here. Just Here. I got you. Come over here. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on.
I'll just face away.
Oh yeah. Face away. That's perfect.
I'll just have my back.
We're thinking way.
We matched. I did. I guess Star Wars. That's a good Star Wars. See, I was thinking like remake of an original, right? Remakes like Star Wars is not a remake of an original. That's just a series of movies. Remake is a remake. I think they've done 3 Ghostbusters, 3 or 4. There we go. Spider-Man, Spider-Man or Batman. Yeah, makes sense. Oh, Lotus, you're muted. You're muted on the stream.
Realize I unplugged it when I was doing the back and forth. I'm a dingus. So you didn't hear any of your answers. Okay. So we're gonna do this again. Name a movie that frequently gets remade.
Cinderella.
You said no. You can't do the same one. Oh my god. Okay. He said Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Name a thing people lie about on resume.
I
You
said
can't
job
change your
experience, which
answers
apparently
now.
isn't the same as work history. but
maybe I messed up.
yeah,
Nope. I think it's different.
That should be the same.
yeah,
Is
I
it
would
the same?
think it was the same.
Okay, when I thought of work history, I thought of
No job experience.
Yeah, it should be the
is how
same.
much experience you have in a
Really?
certain job. Work history is your work history. How many
Well, no, job experience.
What are
is how
the-
much
Okay,
experience
we're
you
not
have
we're
at
not
a
doing this
certain
right now.
job.
What
Work
we're doing is
history
answering
Okay.
questions. Okay.
Your
Cool.
work
Name
history, how
something
many
that
places
people
you
lie
worked
about on
at.
resumes.
So
Job
I'd say
experience.
that's quite
Okay.
different.
Name something you might accidentally leave in a cab.
I said a wallet,
Name a sport with the toughest athletes.
football,
Name a popular color of a car.
red,
Name a fruit you might find in a smoothie.
strawberry,
Name a fast food restaurant.
McDonald's,
Name a type of flower.
rose.
All right. So that's what he actually
So,
said. I promise.
Yeah,
I'm
those
not
were
lying.
100% what I said.
A billion percent. So we're going here. Boom. And we're going here. Boom. And what else did you agree on?
Red.
Red you got together.
And that's it.
And what did you say for a smoothie? You said strawberry.
Strawberry. Yeah.
I spelled that wrong. And athletes, you said football.
Football. And cab, I
And
said
cab, you
wallet.
Wallet. Okay. So, okay. So, what I was thinking when you said work history, and maybe they're the same thing. When I was thinking when you said work history, I thought you meant like length of time worked at a job. Is that not the same thing?
Length of time at a job would be job experience.
So, on here it says length of time worked at a job, and then the next one.
Let me ask the lawyer.
Oh, we got Miss Lawyer.
Job experience. Job experience.
Hold on.
and work
Let me
history
ask the
be
lawyer.
same thing?
Hey,
The question
a
is,
job experience.
name things people
Would job
lie
experience and
about
work
on a resume.
history be
I
the
said
same
work
thing?
history.
The question
That
is,
says job experience.
name things people lie about on a resume. I said work history. Rem said job experience.
Lawyer time.
Miss Lawyer.
Pretty much, yeah. My wife said pretty much.
All right, we'll just call it the same, I guess.
So I'm gonna go to 18 because I just gave him 18.
Pretty much,
I
yeah.
don't
My
wanna
wife
read.
said
Yeah.
pretty
I guess I
much.
can read.
He's a
That's
lawyer.
fine.
I'll go with
Okay,
that.
number 1 was education. Number 2 was job title.
Okay.
Number 3 was length of time worked at a job. Number 4 was skills/experience.
Oh, so that's
See
why
where
you
the
were
disconnect-
throwing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I just put the work in one and the experience in the other, and I just
Right.
put that together. Number 5 is achievements. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give you guys both 18 on that.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Name something you might accidentally leave in a cab. Number 1 is phone with 26.
Okay.
Oof. Ouch.
Number 2 is wallet / purse with 26.
Hey, let's go. Nice.
Coat is
He's probably gonna get this one with football.
coat is number 3.
Oh,
Umbrella is
damn.
number 4, and suitcase.
And he's
is
probably
number
gonna get this
5.
one with football.
Name a sport with the toughest athletes.
Come on.
Number 1, football, 54.
Oh, that's a feel
54,
good.
I
and
was gonna say football, but I was thinking about it. Rugby, you guys don't have any pads.
that's
I mean,
facts.
yeah, no, but nobody thinks of rugby.
I was
man.
gonna
Yeah,
say
that's
football,
fair.
but
Hockey,
I was thinking
number
about
2,
it. Rugby,
boxing
you guys
number 3,
don't have any
wrestling
pads,
number
so,
4, and rugby number 5.
Yep.
Name a popular color of a car. Number 1 is black, 34. Number 2 is red with 27. Number 3 is white with 20. Number 4 is blue with 12 points, and number 5 is silver with 7.
I drive a red car, so that was the first thing that popped into my head.
Number 1 is strawberry with 35.
Really?
Number
I thought banana was gonna take it.
Number 2 is banana with 30. Number 3 is blueberry. Number 4 is mango, and number 5 is
Really?
pineapple.
Wow.
And then you guys both got the McDonald's. I guess
So
I can go over
we
this one.
don't even need to do the math here.
No, we don't need to do the math. Shrem won.
Yeah.
For the fast food one, it's McDonald's, Burger King, KFC,
That
which is
won.
weird at 3. Subway
right.
and
That
Taco
won.
Bell. 11 is Rose, Tulip, Daisy, Sunflower, and Lily.
Heck yeah.
So Shrem wins by a
Margin
decent
of
amount, 54.
yeah, 49
54
there.
points, so
plus-
250 points. Shrem is officially the winner. Congratulations to you. Boo.
Let's
that's right.
go.
That's right.
Bringing it back to
Boo.
even.
There
Bringing
it
it back
is
to
right
even.
there.
Yep.
And we're going here.
Ones all around.
And we have ones all around. We are all even, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of this Banter's Lounge podcast. Appreciate you guys being here. Do you have any final words? We did one for spin, so do you have any?
Man.
I mean, it was an honor being here, Steve. It was a pleasure. Like,
Sorry you didn't win the 20,000.
yeah.
Don't offer that here.
It is what it is. I'll take the 20,000 from the next MTG tourney. It's fine.
Perfect. Okay.
So, it's been a pleasure.
All right. All right, Spin, anything else? You got anything? All right. Well, from us, I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day.
I love you guys so much. Let me add you one second. I love you guys so much.
These guys are no balls. I love you guys so much. I do want to say I love you guys so much, man. I just want everybody in the chat, everybody in the NCL, you guys are all great. I love you. Keep the jokes coming, keep the banter coming because it's just so much fun. I love it.
Yeah, that's right. Best
And
streamer
yes, Lil, this
ever.
is
All
the
right,
biggest
guys.
thing
I hope
that's
you
on
guys
screen.
all have a wonderful rest of your day,
He
in
is the
life,
best
and stay safe
streamer
in this crazy
ever.
world. Peace out, y'all.
See you guys. Don't drop the camera this time.
Peace out.